All right, all right. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy
Hello.
Sunday. Saludos to everyone in Tejano Television Landia on the Roku channel and on Tejano Television, Tejano TV. Saludos to everybody at Sirius Tejano on Live 365. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And you're watching on Facebook. I can only see your comments on the Gigi La Chicana Facebook, or if you're on the Giras y Desveladas YouTube, those are the comments we can see and post. Other than that, we can't see them. And if you want something seen, go ahead and go on to these. We have a special show today. We're going to hold off on the top 20s with the Cubo Radio top 20 and the Tejano Television's top 10 videos. So top 20 Cubo Countdown, top 10 videos from Tejano Television, and our Trucking Out with New Rolas. We have the new rola for the week. That will be after our guest is going to mosey on out because she's got a little bit in a rush. But we're excited because I'm here. We are here because we want you to know who this amazing artist is. And I'm just going to say it right now. If y'all didn't see the live, I'm going to say it right now. I personally think that her message was misconstrued or misunderstood. So I'm having her on here. And by the way, she kind of blew up everything. I just saw a post from somebody in an international podcaster talk about La Mafia, Oscar, talking about what she talked about. I mean, she blew it all out of the water, which means this woman had something to say. And maybe she said something that everybody has been wanting to talk about and hasn't. So we're in a bit of a rush. Welcome to the stage, the lovely and talented. Oh, by the way, nominated twice for Latin Grammy, won a Grammy. She is a Latin Grammy winner. She was with Jimmy Gonzalez de Grupo Más. She did sing with Elida y Grupo Avante, and many others, of course. I think recently she worked with Asalto. Of course,
she did with Jordan.
And by the way, when Jimmy Gonzalez passed away, Abraham Quintanilla called her up and said, why don't we do a tribute to Jimmy G? And so there's that too. So she's not cualquiera. And that's what I want you to know, that she's not cualquiera. She comes in with experience, knowledge, and talent to say what she wanted to say. We all have the right to say. Isn't that right, Cristina?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Welcome to Giras y Desveladas. We know that you are desvelada because you're a hard worker. I mentioned that. I saw you. You were DJing over there on 495 and Friegas because you're a hard worker. And I admire you so much, not only for your talent, for your accolades, everything that you've been recognized for, what you're doing. And even now, I mean, you know what? I think when somebody's going to be famous, they're going to be famous no matter what. So there's that.
The goal is not to be famous. The goal is to be able to prosper, in something.
I love that. Well, you happen to get famous anyway, even if you didn't mean to.
That usually happens, right? Pero, o sea, I don't know if it was a good way or a bad way. And I got a lot of hate because of the way I was speaking, but I'm very passionate about what I was saying. And if people misconstrued it because I said hijack or whatever it is and stuff like that.
Or because you said Excalibur when you meant caliber because you were so excited about what you were saying.
Yeah, because I'm used to speaking Spanglish. O sea, hablas en español and then you mix it up. Unfortunately, that video, somebody.
That's okay. I'm sure she'll come back.
Okay, so basically, sorry, and I'm also making breakfast. I make breakfast for my brunch because we both work at night. Pero, I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion to anything that they might, for any subject, anything.
Yes.
And again, if people misunderstood it, that's fine if they misunderstood it. They're not looking at it as an artist, point of view. They're looking at it as a consumer,
Yes.
And I've always said the consumer is always so used to just sitting down, paying for what they're going to do and eat. But they're not. When you're the artist, you're the one that's in the background. You're cooking. You want to make sure that everything is okay, that nobody gets any salmonella or E. coli, and stuff like that. And go and do it. That's the hard work. But what I'm speaking about is basically there's a man, Roberto Lozoya, and he ended up just hitting it also right on the nail when it came to it. We have so much talent. We have also los veteranos. Que, you know what, God forbid, and Jimmy was a big eye-opener for me. that, you know what, one day we're here, one day we're not, you know. And Jimmy sufrió bastante, you know, throughout his career. You know, he was not your average looking sex pot, you know, man, you know, and so forth. But he taught me a lot to, no matter what people think about you, whether they like you or not.
Whoa. Hold on.
Just let it play. Oh, I was like, just let it play. I'm like, here.
Okay.
Okay. Something happened right
Welcome
there.
to the technical difficulty show.
Don't play any music because it's going to cut it out. And I've been getting in and out.
It was okay. Go on, Cristina. Yes, so it is true, and we have legends here. We have people who invented Tejano here. I mean, literally with Falcon Records here. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of the legends, the people who started this, the ones who said we got the English music and we got from the trios, and they actually invented Tejano. So they're here from McAllen, from Brownsville, from Mission, from here.
Yes.
So yes, there's a lot of talent here, and I get what you're saying. That's why I feel a lot of people misunderstood your message.
And it's okay. Like I go over it over and over again. It's okay if you misunderstand, you know, the question, the video and all that. That's perfectly fine. The one thing is, I want for people to understand that it was no hate towards Carol G. Like there's no hate towards Carol G, towards the writers, towards anybody that was involved in it. The only thing is, go as hard for those that have actually been doing it, that are not only our pioneers, but those that were inspired by the pioneers.
Yeah.
And as much as you go for them. And we all know this, as a musician, as a vocalist, an artist, you know that there's people, I don't know what it is, but sometimes they don't want to pay, even though if it's an amazing show. They want to be sneak me in or give me a shirt. All of that goes to the actual artist, the actual bands, you know, for production and everything. Do you think, you know, like they have such a huge production? She's a global artist. Carol G, she's a global, international, arriba, o sea, from another planet artist.
Yeah.
And you cannot compare.
Otro nivel, like they say.
Otro nivel. Claro. And you cannot compare that financial backing with the underprivileged.
Yeah, with the ones you're trying to sell a $5 koozie and they won't.
There is something. Se les hace muy duro para gastar $5 en un koozie, pero van y gastan $50 en un koozie de uno de esos artistas.
Yes.
But how do you think they're able to do that? Because they have a group of people that actually do support them, and they're so privileged to have actual financial backing. And that's where my video came into play, because the first thing, again, I have no music that I'm promoting. I have nothing. Like, o sea, I'm a DJ back at home. I'm the one that's playing the artist's music.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, I feel like that's my duty as being a DJ, as being a friend of my
music. You're doing your own part to promote the artist. Yes.
Gracias a Dios que las puertas sin querer se me abren without me looking for it.
Jesus. Yes.
Yeah, you know, and I'm telling you, I have always been like, okay, I'm going to go back to my 9-to-5 job and keep, you know, just live a normal life. My life ain't normal. I don't know, people think whatever, but my life ain't normal. I went into work at 9:00 p.m. Didn't come out till 7:00 this morning, and I'm singing at the wee hours in the morning, but I'm getting paid well for that. So, and I'm doing it not for the pay, yes, for the pay, but it's more for the passion as well, because in the end, we all have our bills to pay. You know, everything is going up. Everything is going up, so you have to make a living, and gracias a Dios que I'm able to make a living, you know, off of me singing, playing somebody else's music. And I get to come home to my husband and to my family like every night. I'm not on the road anymore. I did all that, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm no spring chicken no more. Ya no estoy pollita. But overall, like it is, you know, comforting to know that at least, you know, I'm playing other people's music. You know, it feels good in my heart to be able to play my friends' music, and also the pioneers, which I'm going back to the pioneers. I feel that Roberto, he ended up hitting it on the nail where he's saying, hey, you know what? You all have such a big following. You have so much inspiration. People respect you. It's time for you all to start investing in the younger artists because they're getting older.
Yeah.
They're getting older. When Jimmy passed away in 2018, I was just like, okay, I'm like, I had already left the band because I wanted to focus more on being a wife and you know, being my own person. Yeah. And I left, and then 2 months later, he passed away. And I was just like, okay, like it was an eye opener. And then all of a sudden, you know, Mr. Quintanilla, Mr. Q, él también, que en paz descanse, he just passed away. He reached out to me and told me that, hey, I think it's already been some time. You know, I want to be able to do a tribute to Jimmy. And he goes, I already have the music and everything. I have the musicians ready. I just need the vocals. And I'm always used to being in the back. Like, okay, he needs for me to fill in. He has a man or somebody that's going to do the album, and I'm just going to do the female part. Es lo que yo estaba pensando en mi cabeza.
Right.
And then he's like, but here's the catch. He goes, I want you to do it. Like, you to be the lead. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, are you sure about that? He's like, yeah. He goes, I have songs, you know, that you know, Pete and Ricky also wrote for when they had, I believe that they had reached out, Jimmy's camp, Maz's camp had reached out to the Selena camp, and they wanted to explore their musical, you know, horizons, and they got some of the writers, the Selena, to write some of the songs. And those were the songs that he was able to put on the album, you know, with there not being any legal problems.
Issues, yeah. Just to make sure, in case people missed it, Abraham Quintanilla reached out to you.
Yes, he did.
To do a tribute to Jimmy Gonzalez. Yes.
I was DJing at the dive where you went to go see me.
Yes, I loved it.
And I'm glad. And it pone sometimes very hectic. You know, they're the younger crowd.
Yeah, I felt a little bit out of place, but thank God Roger was there.
Yeah, it's a younger crowd. But believe me, esos muchachitos y muchachas, they know their music. Like I play them Tejano, I play them Valley artists, not only just the popular artists. I want for them to know, hey, there's talent here that you can also invest in. That's my goal. And when Mr. Q was calling me that day, I was ignoring the call because I was like, who keeps calling? Like, and then I was just like, okay, I need to answer it. So I went outside and I answer it. And then he's like, Cristina, it's Mr. Q. And I was like, and then I got excited. I was like, oh my God.
And all I thought was Q do you remember Mr. Q Hamburgers? I don't know if you're old enough. In McAllen, 23rd Street. Okay, just never mind. Go ahead.
Hamburgers. Was it like a spin-off of Dairy Queen or something? Or
No, Mr. Q was the original before Dairy Queen. But yeah, that's how old I am. But go ahead.
Nice.
I'm sorry, ADHD.
Go on. But overall, like, he asked me, he said, I have everything ready. All I need is I'm just waiting for the okay for you if you're okay to do it. And I was like, you know what? I didn't want to capitalize on Jimmy. Like, that's my boss. Right. I didn't want to capitalize it. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, well, when am I ever going to get the opportunity to actually have Selena's father?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Chance of a lifetime.
So, I did it, and I did it with you know, very nervously, very, very nervously, because you have Mr. Quintanilla just sitting there with no facial expression, just like. And I have videos. They're beautiful memories. I posted one when he passed away because I had just cut amigo mío, right? But amiga mía. And he was just listening to it, and then he turns around and he's like, great. Like I really, really thought, I'm like, he's not making any faces. I'm like, he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But no, he turns around, he goes, great. He goes, I love it. And I was just like, okay. And that gave me a little more reassurance because, again, this is Selena's dad, you know, he's a perfectionist, and he doesn't just like, you know, just anybody, you know, he doesn't let anybody in his circle. Right. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know, they lived through a lot of people that talked a lot of bad, saying, oh, you know, he's money hungry and they don't let Selena, rest in peace. Again, Selena knew she was a name brand. When you're an artist, and especially we all know the story that they traveled together, they cried, they fracasaron, and they did all that together. And this something tragic happens. I would prefer from my own family, my own blood that lived and breathed it with me to benefit off of it, not just some random stranger like
Exactly.
Marilyn Monroe's and stuff. Why is it okay? And that's one other thing. Why is it okay that people can have Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, and so forth, but when it comes to Selena, I see a lot of people, leave her, let her rest in peace, let her this, let her that. Hey, she's she's one of our icons,
Yes, she is.
Like she's one of our icons.
She's our identity, actually.
I think it's because so many people want to sing her song and they get discouraged. So they rather have the memory of her than see other people play her music and try to sound like her or imitate her. But but the people don't understand that you guys were raised and you grew with all that music.
Yeah,
All that
definitely.
music. And so it's sign of respect from the artist, really. And they don't understand that.
Anybody that I've ever seen, and I've seen so many girls that are so talented, and they post their Selena stuff, and you have your own people. Oh, you just want to be like Selena and so forth. But here comes Carol G and says, "I'm inspired by Selena."
Yeah.
She gets
And I heard her to say that
from Selena, her right-handed man, Mr. Pete, and everybody's okay with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's okay with it. But if you give that same song to another Tejana artist, and they would say, "Oh, inspired by this," I can guarantee you go to the Tejano articles and stuff like that, and there's gonna be people that are just gonna be bashing them.
Well, you got to understand, Carol G, and it's because I'm in a diverse culture, kind of. Michigan's diverse. So we have a lot of Cubanos, Puertorriqueños, Colombians. So they're already norm when they get together with some other artist. So that's like unconditionally. Tejano people, when they do a collaboration, it's like, wow, I can't wait till that song comes out. It's a shocker because I'm going to just put it out there and it's going to probably get haters.
You're fine.
Not very, to me,
Welcome.
I don't care. They don't feed me. They don't clothe me. I work for my stuff.
Yes,
So,
amen.
I think it's because they're not used to that and not trying to take away from their Tejano artists, but some of them, they want the glory because they know they have worked hard, so they want to be singleized and not be with someone else and take their little spotlight, put it that way. And basically a lot of the people, I mean, I live in Michigan. We go through the same things that you guys go through. And it's like, serious? You don't want to make money? Hello? But it is that way, and that's our culture. And our culture hasn't broke out of that realm of like, man, you still can do it no matter with them or without them. You still can rock together with them and make big memories for the person.
I think at the end of the day, though, Christina's comment was more towards the consumers.
Yeah, the audience. Like,
the
go
audience, the consumers.
Go
because Cristina, I mean, ¿qué tanta gente van para un baile tejano? As opposed, and now,
it's a struggle, pero también of course we have
Frontera had to do 2 shows here in Hidalgo because they were, sold out twice.
Yeah, but
there's a disconnect there. The consumers is the issue.
Not all the time, because it's a cultural thing too.
Yeah.
It's a younger generation that's so used to, and we took our people, and I'm just telling you because our age group should have been playing our music, Mexicano music, and instead of saying, Oh, mijito, okay, let's put your music on. No, we should have been putting like I do at my house. I put my kids to hear my music.
Yep.
I don't care to hear your music. You're going to hear yours every day on the radio. You don't get to hear mine. So that comes from background. People got to understand that. Teach your kids well and they will
The
grow right.
Mhm.
Hija, pero ¿para qué te enojas?
Because see, we can't just blame them, the consumers. It's our responsibility as the consumer.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's
That's
why I
As
say,
a
like,
parent, as a
don't let us,
parent.
just sit there on the shows. Pass on this music to your children and your grandchildren. And they're gonna learn. You're gonna plant that little seed. God forbid something should happen to the parents, and then they're gonna remember, mom used to come in the morning, turn on her Tejano music, make us breakfast, or dad would turn on the barbecue, and he
Yep.
would open, pop a Bud Light or a Natty Bush. I don't know what people drink. I don't know, a beer, and you would listen, to Tejano. That is
Yes.
what has stopped.
Yes.
I feel that's what
Yes.
stopped, and that is what has kept, the Tejano. I know people like Tejano ain't dead. You know what? As much as I would want to try to agree with that, Selena passed away, Emilio passed away. We had so many people that have already passed away. Leyendas, and Jimmy passed away in 2018. Mr. Q just passed away. Yes, yeah, people need to realize that who's left? And yeah, it had to take Carol G to actually acknowledge and actually value, because again, she didn't need to come and freaking do this. She didn't need to do it. She's already, like the way Pete said, she's already rich and all this stuff. It is.
She's
I like what Pete
established.
said. I like what Pete said. Pete said, look, what Carol, usually people in Tejano, and Selena did it, and Emilio did it. Emilio tried to get into country. Selena
Yes,
tried to get into
that's
pop.
the goal.
Carol
That's the goal.
G is doing al revés. She's going from the big giant
Mhm.
venues to the smaller genre, al revés. So yes, and we're grateful for that. Like you said, and that's why I feel like you got misunderstood, because you weren't saying this is a bad thing. You were just saying, why did
Why
it
did
have to be
it
like
have to
this?
Why did it have to take almost that long for
Yes.
people to? And you know what? That's why I said she's not Tejano, but I know for a fact that this song was going to get airplay in every Tejano station. How is that fair to the little humble Tejanita or Tejano artist? I'm saying Tejanita because I don't feel like it really 100% affects the male.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. That's why you see a lot of the male artists embrace it. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, but then you got Jenny B almost fainting, like doing her twirls and everything and singing her heart out.
And getting a lot of shit for it. I don't know, getting a lot of stuff for it,
Yeah.
And
We love you, Jenny B, by the way.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's
Awesome.
So many of our female artists are amazing. That's what people don't know.
Yeah, and
That's
it doesn't have to be that. Okay, it's not the whole point. It's Colombiana. I know where cumbias can. We all know that. You're missing the point.
Yeah.
It's like, why does it have to take someone like Carol G that comes and hijacks our culture? Because that's exactly what she doesn't need to do it. And I say hijack because it was gonna get people like, what? No, think about it. Our veteranos, our pioneers, they're getting older. If you are not showing this music to your children, you are the one that is letting it die.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you an example. Before, Rennie Rowland has been. I love Rennie Rowland.
After you're done, can we do a shout out, comadre, to everybody that's on here? Because you're taking over the comments.
Yeah. Just a FYI, Rennie Rowland, his dad, Country Rowland, Rennie Rowland Sr. I used to go to the Villarreal, Sun Palace, all those things in Edinburgh. That was my hometown. Nobody heard of Rennie Rowland down here. And it's like, what? And I started asking for that music. I used to ask for it on Tiger's show, and he's like, "Okay, we'll play Country Rollin'." I remember those songs. Yeah, I remember. Bring those back. You know, those are
Mhm.
people you have to recognize. Their kids are coming out now,
Yeah.
and so he
And
started
nobody
playing them.
knows.
And
Nobody knows.
right,
Nobody knows them.
it's like Gigi. Yeah, Gigi goes out there. Hey, so and so.
La hija de Juan Guerrero, by the way.
Yeah. Who? And it's like, okay, you probably heard the songs, but the person wrote them. That's who wrote them. She does sing too, but she
Mhm.
doesn't get acknowledged either. And it's like, okay, but you know what? I'm going to tell you one thing. In Michigan, we pay some money to see a band. We really pay money. And we pay the gas. Like right now, we're going to go see Secretos in Ohio. That's
Nice.
3 hours away from me. I'm going to pay for gas. It's almost $100 to go over there, probably, and to
Mhm.
come back, and hotel, and the food. And the people are complaining in the Valle paying $10. Dang, pay $100 and $200. Why? Because I want to support our Mexicanos, Latinos, whatever you want to call yourself.
Put the
But
money
hey,
back
we're there to
into them.
support them.
Hmm?
Yes.
Why?
You could bring that money and put it in. That's
Back
how
into
you're going
us.
to be able to grow. You
Right.
you have to continue. It's como se dice, like a little pyramid and stuff. Like, I guess, that's the only way that I can say. You have to, if you don't invest, if you don't water your plants, if you
Yep.
don't water them, they're gonna die. If you don't, make sure that your fruit and stuff is taken care of, you're not gonna bear any good fruit. And that is what has happened. We're in this little hamster wheel, still playing La Mafia, Mas, and everybody else, but when we have to evolve, right? That's what.
Yes.
But when
And
people are showing you, hey, this is where we're the younger crowd, we're hearing not only the influences of our pioneers, but we're also hearing the influences of what is actually hitting out there. Pero se quedan real stuck in that hamster wheel that they're like, well, it's not a hit because it's not the same. But that's what Mas did. That's what they did. They incorporated, the keyboards and stuff, and people are like, what? That's how they became the Mafia, Mas, and they became so big. La Mafia is still going, they're still going strong.
Yeah.
But it's como dice el otro señor, Roberto, dice con todo respeto, like, you have the big following. You can actually go and support and say, hey, you know what? This is an upcoming artist, and I think they're awesome, and share it on your page.
Yeah.
And let it grow. But they're not doing that.
Yeah.
The only one that I know that started doing things like that was Salinas, that she is, bringing, Tejanos under her wing. She doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
okay, you open the door right there. You open the door, and I'm going to say it's because it's me.
Mm-hmm.
People that you say share it. A lot of people say they're going to share, but they don't share.
No.
And they say they're your friends, but they're really just trying to get that crab effect.
Because
They're trying to stir
only do it when it's
the
convenient.
mulo with crab. And you know what? Seriously, people, it takes a community. It takes a pillar to make a community. And you guys are not working for it. These other musicians in other areas, that's why Mafia, shoot, they got out of this probably to explore, to advance. But man, they've always helped out people. They've always encouraged. So has Elsa Garcia. A lot of the older generations have done that. And it's the new generations that there's some. I'm not going to say all. There's some. And that's why sometimes when you get on my Facebook and I don't share, it's because you didn't share nothing of George either, man. Or you didn't share none of the other people. So why should I be doing a favor for you and me working my butt? And I do my stuff at work and at home and babysitting and cooking. And Christina has seen me. I share her stuff. I look, I comment. It's because I love her vocals. Her vocals are mad crazy. She's got awesome vibes, and she is a real person, man.
With
And
real
those are
opinions that actually, if people, like I said, people wanted to misconstrue that video, let them.
mhm.
And those that wanted to twist it, that little article, that little guy, whatever, that, it had so many, this is the sad part. That guy that ended up posting, he posted that article. He's like, I only did what I got from that video, what you got, because you're not understanding. All you want to do is want to share it and humillar your own people, because it's not. I'm not the first person. I didn't even know who the heck that guy was, and I don't care too. But I did have a lot of female artists, man.
I sent it to you. Elsa Garcia herself
messaged me telling me that he has bullied a lot of these female artists to the point that some of them had to jump into doing something else. That is sad. God. That's sad. I'm like, sir, I feel like telling him, sir, or ma'am, whatever, sir, ma'am,
whoever,
you know, like, why is it that you have to be picking a fight with your female Tejanas? You know, like you, that's part of the problem. And it's saying that he's the one that put the hater that started the controversy. I'm like, I'm the one that, you know what, I'm speaking my mind, and I'm sorry that, you know what, that y'all don't realize it. But again, when I heard that song, I knew for a fact that song was going to be requested and it was going to be played. And the first thing, it broke my heart for that little Tejana and the little Tejanito that has been working 2-3 jobs, an album, busting their butt, that don't have the financial backing and the global networking and the team. And they're going to do them. I feel like it was done in, again, it's amazing that she's going to get, you know, other people to acknowledge, because she acknowledged us, which is amazing. But our own people don't acknowledge us, and they're going to push aside that hardworking Tejana or Tejano that has been, you know, saving their pennies. Sports studios.
The one that's working every weekend at the little clubs everywhere, the Elks Lodge and the VFWs and those.
Saving the pennies that does not have the financial backing. And it's going to break my heart knowing that, you know what, if she does get nominated, you know, for these awards, again, I don't care for awards. I don't care. My job, my paycheck is my award.
Well, you already won one, so, you know, there's that.
And I think
can I say something?
That's all Jamie the band. You know, I took part in the vocals and stuff like that, and I was a part of the hustle and bustle when it came to the gigs and stuff. You know, Jimmy was the mastermind. You know, he proved that whenever he left, you know, Mas and started his Jimmy Gonzalez y Grupo Mas. He proved that. He got all the awards. You know, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Cristina, I got something for you. Okay, because you have worked with perfectionists. I'm going to say that Jimmy was a perfectionist. So was AB Quintanilla.
Yeah.
What if they got after you? What was it that they got after you for that you like? Oh shoot! I made a mistake there.
That I was holding back.
Oh yeah.
See, I always feel I'm a better live artist. I get claustrophobic. Like, you know, you're in the booth and stuff. It doesn't see. You're hearing yourself. You know, we're our own worst critics. So
yeah,
I feel like I was holding back because, again, you're in front of Jimmy Gonzalez, and then you're also in front of Abraham Quintanilla, right? Two of the top tycoons, you know, and when it comes to genre of music, and I'm here like, Kaya. You know, like and then you see me like at the bar, you're like, Kaya, don't say no. Like, you know, like, and it's just a different feel because you're trying to be like, oh my god.
Well, there's a difference of being live con la gente and the feedback and the feel from the people as opposed to being like in that little box.
You're being dissected, you're being analyzed, you're being, you know, you're being analyzed, you're being criticized. But again, I don't care to be criticized. I love constructive criticism. I love
that's where I'm going to come in with you, is that when I saw you, and you guys got to see her, how she does an acoustic with her friend that does the guitar and her. I was listening.
I've got it.
Oh, shoot.
I've got it. But I guess you show it afterwards.
Yeah, those ranges. Were you in choir?
I was in choir. I was self-taught. So I used music to escape, you know, I guess certain things, you know, when you're growing up as a kid, when like issues with parents, you know, the parents argue, like, you know, problems. I remember my parents had a swing in the back, and I would go to the back with my Walkman and I would listen to Pandora, Rocío Dúrcal, Juan Gabriel, Lucía Méndez, Verónica Castro. That is where...
None of that was Tejano, by the way.
Yeah, none of that is Tejano. But that's what my mom would listen to. My dad was the one that would listen to a lot of Tejano and country. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my mom did not listen to Tejano until she got together with my dad, and like they would put the radio on when they would cook, and we they have a pool out in the back, so we would barbecue and be in the swimming pool. So I would be there, in the swing, and I would listen, just to my mom's music, because she would make me my little dresses. So she would get materials and stuff like that, because we didn't have,
my grandma used to from the sacas de harina.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't use actual diapers. I would use the rag diapers. I thought my older sisters lavando the rag diapers, because that was what they could afford. So, and growing up, you see it more like, wow, like, they worked very hard, to be able, to provide, but it was still something that I remember. I would go to the back, they would put up, the barbecue pit, and that's what I would be listening to. And then from there, I jumped into listening to más, to La Mafia, Laura Canales, Elsa Garcia, started listening to Culturas. Like, it's just, it was just beautiful. And then Selena came in, and then I was like, oh my God, Selena, and then it was all Selena. And then I remember driving, and I would listen to Jimmy's songs, and there was that FEMA, I believe it was either, if it wasn't Rebecca Valadez, it was either Casey Zavala, or who's the other one? Stephanie Lynn, right? Stephanie Lynn was the other one.
Oh my God, Stephanie Lynn. Oh.
Yeah, yes. So I think it was
Stephanie
her.
Montiel también, Stephanie Montiel.
Yeah, but I'm talking with the Mas songs, like when they come out, the background, the vocal. I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I would be listening. ¿Quién iba a pensar? I'm like, I can do this. Like, I'm like, yeah, I can go. I would, I guess I manifested it, because, like, a couple of years later, I was DJing, and I ended up doing a gig, and it was Geneva. And she goes, hey, do you know Jimmy Gonzalez y Grupo Más? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, he's looking for a backup vocalist. She's like, I was offered the job, but right now I can't take it. I'm a little busy. I have things that I have to take care of, but I feel that you would be a good fit. She goes, do you have any professional? I know, amazing woman, beautiful vocals. Another person that it's just like, she has the talent, like she has el talento, and it's overlooked.
Amazing.
It's overlooked.
She's amazing too. We had her on the show. She's amazing.
So we're on that young lady, being in that group, in that realm with all those Monica, Sherilares, all those artists of women.
Mm-hmm.
What did God tell you at that time? What was in your thought process to be in a realm with all these women that had different stories, but you were coming with yours?
The Tejanas Unida.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel that was very therapeutic for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I went through,
be real.
I had a rough thing. If you've seen the Tejanas Unidas documentary, then you'll know exactly what my story is. I ended up being, molested, raped. There's certain background things, that has made me a stronger woman. Mm-hmm. Was it traumatic? Yes, definitely. Does it still cause me pain till this day? Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. It's not something that you're ever going to forget, but you learn from it and you grow stronger. And then I feel that God has placed me in a lot of women's lives, a lot of seasons that they've gone through something similar.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to overcome it. And I've tried to give them my advice as much as possible. Surround yourself with good-hearted people from God, and get close to God. Really, really, really get close to God and know Him, and because He's the one that knows us the best. And
I think that's where your trust issue comes about.
Yeah.
Because I know I was in the same spot as you at one time.
And you
So
go through all those stuff. I lost my son. And then my marriage fell apart because I was with a person I was with for 12 years, and he was batting for the same team.
Ah,
okay.
So I would leave on tour, and I would come back, and my things were moved from my place. And I'm like, what? It's coming in here, and he was the.
Yeah.
So that's living 12 years with a person and seeing that it was a complete lie, losing your son. I felt like, I'm like, what the heck is going on in my life? But I'm like, you know what? I go
okay,
back.
I'm going to stop you right there, Cristina. I thought, just from what I know about you as a talent and your accolades, I was already a fan, but I think you're an amazing human being and survivor. I did not know this about you.
Amen.
And
Yeah.
God bless you, my God.
You work in the bar scene, and you work in a male-dominated area, and it's unos piensan que eres una cualquiera.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. There are women that they sleep around, and they try to sleep their way to the top. I don't get any comfort in that. Like, to me, it's just you're only doing damage to yourself, and you're only doing damage to the rest of the women. That the rest of the ones that come along. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to be a survivor. You have to overcome it, and it's life. Unfortunately, it's life. Unfortunately, but gracias a Dios, fast forward to now. I married an amazing man, and a younger man. But
Younger's always better.
And, he's more mature than most men my age. I'm gonna tell you that. La cabeza la tiene muy muy bien. So I'm happy. He makes me happy, and just gotta keep moving forward. That one person. Esas personas que te hacen daño, o sea, when you make yourself stronger, they can't hurt you. Like, they can't hurt you anymore. Like, you can't. That's why I'm like, when people are telling me all this stuff, I'm like, hey, I've been through worse. Tell me anything you want. I've been through worse. So that's why when I said what I said, I have nothing to lose.
Amen.
Whether people take it bad, but if I know for a fact that it's going to benefit one of my musical brothers and sisters, if it's going to open the eyes of these other bigger artists to give them the actual promoters, lo que sea, we have to help each other out. I know for a fact that, what, everything is going up, but we have to help each other out. We have to. That's the only way we're going to be able to get an A-list, top-notch artist from the Valley or from Texas or from the area. Instead of investing in the rich are only getting richer, and nosotros are getting poorer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a shameless plug right now.
Go for it.
The Rio Grande Valley Texas Artist Breakfast, and that was my idea, to get all the artists together, because somebody does nails and also sings on the weekends. Somebody does hair and they also sing on the weekends. We all do side gigs so that we can sing on the weekends or do what we love to do. And the Texas Artist Breakfast is for that. And so far we've had artists from musicians, singers, songwriters, and then we have nail techs, and then we have film industry people, commercial people, people who do jewelry, and people who do aesthetics and all kinds of stuff. And I believe that is where we're going to grow. We need to just stick together and help each other out, because this, like you said, we don't have the funds like Carol G. We don't have the backup like Carol G. Let's back each other up.
But you know what we do have? Like Carol G, we have the talent.
Yeah, más que ella.
And I've heard her vocals. She has beautiful vocals. Before, when you slow down, the momentum, like the music, and you do. And I love doing acoustic stuff. So that's where you showcase, the artist's voice. There's no autotune. It's just you and the guitar. There's no big production. You go back to basically the basics, like the way they used to record back in the day in the studio, where you have to do it in one take. And You can't mess up. Nowadays, you can do anything with all the technology. And I've heard Carol G, you know, her voice, and she has a beautiful voice. She really, really, really does. Es
Yes,
una
she does.
mujer bien hermosa. O sea, I've heard, you know, people say nothing but good things, you know, about her character, about who she is. And again, it has nothing to do with being a Carol G hater. It has to be, if you want to say I'm a hater, I'm being a hater right now with people that only support when it's convenient and are sleeping and not helping because everybody just wants to make money. Nobody's you know, everybody wants to, like the way you said it, there's people that want to just be famous just to be famous. They don't want to be famous for the actual passion of it.
Yeah, the me. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, especially again, now with the way technology is, anybody can be a star. Except for us, Tejano.
I know. What the heck is up with that?
Well, can I
Santo.
tell you guys something? This
You
is
know, me
something
and my
that,
husband debate about that stuff.
Yes,
Me and him
Kelly.
can
Go
back
ahead,
and
Kelly.
forth.
Go ahead, Kelly.
so there's been a pro and cons about this whole
Dang
subject
it.
of what's been coming up, right? So I have family in different states, and we've come about, okay, what do you guys think about Carol G? What do you guys think about what Christina said and all that stuff? And the thing I loved about it is I have my own set of what I think, right? I say Carol G comes from a Latino area. How many Latino stations is there? There's plenty. And I love what she did. Don't get me wrong. She's a great artist. But she did a song with Pete and all that stuff. There's a lot of Latino stations that are going to play her song already. Our Tejano DJs, our Tejano industry are playing her music too. But why you're not giving the opportunity to the ones that worked their ass already and are new artists and are not getting the airplay? Pero porque es Carol G, she's a talented Grammy Latina artist and all this stuff, is getting the airplay. Why can't we get Angelica, Brenda Blanco, yourself, Christina? You still have your songs there. All these girls to be put out there.
Gigi
Pero
Guerrero.
no, they're not. And Gigi, why can't Gigi get in certain stations? But Carol put this song, and it's all over Tejano. I even heard it on a country station.
Yeah.
So tell me why? What's so different? These girls can sing the same songs that she's done. Ruby Ann sang some of Carol G songs. Why can't she be put on all the other stations?
That's why I said, give that song to a regular a Tejano artist, and see if it's gonna get the same airplay, the same response as it would for her. So why is it okay? Again, why is it okay for us to be kissing all these other people's asses, right? When you actually do have your actual artist that is talented enough, but not, of course, the financial backing, right? Eso importa. It matters a lot. It really, really, really does.
The politics
Everything.
does.
So again, I feel that it's time for us to stop letting people push us aside and let other people benefit. Because again, the rich are getting richer, the poor are just struggling and getting poorer, and they give up on that. And you can have an amazing talent right here, like right next door, and they don't have the financial backing.
Yes.
You know, if I had the financial backing.
Yes, definitely. And I know I'm gonna get crap about it because we do play it in our station. But
can you imagine if Cristina, if you had the financial backing, and maybe somebody out here in the whole, that whoever's listening, because we have 8 million viewers on Tejano Television, and we've got, I don't know what the stats are for Sirius Tejano on Live 365, but there's plenty of people listening. You know what? Support Tejano. Cristina, this amazing woman, amazing vocals. Y ahorita cuando te vayas vamos a tocar tu música, the one that with Roger, Leon, Peña. He's awesome too, and nobody knows about the amazing things he's doing.
He was in Madrid.
Oh my God, I mean, people don't know. People don't know because we don't support. I'll include myself because we don't support. I try to do my best. And what do I say? Sharing is free. My goodness. Press the share button. ¿Qué te cuesta? Yes. Press the share button. ¿Qué te cuesta? It's free. Share it. You see something you like? Share it. Let somebody else that maybe hadn't seen it before. Let them see it. Let them hear it.
You shared the Carol G song? You can share your friend's song.
Right?
I'm serious. I mean,
Yeah.
I know everybody's gonna be like that. I'm whining. No, I'm speaking truth. That's why you know what? I ruffle feathers, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that this. I'll be that person that takes the bullet for, not the actual bullet, right? You know,
Yeah,
people
no.
are crazy nowadays. You know, scratch that. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'll be, dragged through the mud. For them, if it's going to be able to open doors for them, if it can open doors just for the actual genre of music. And I'm talking about also like the pioneers, Me Too también. We're all struggling. They're not going to
And I get that. There's some pioneers and legends will be like, well, that's not Tejano, and just kind of close the book on that.
But that's the thing. That's why it's been like that. And sometimes I feel like, are some of these Tejanos, like older Tejanos, not wanting to invest in their artists because they want to be known as the last living, breathing genre of Tejano? Hey, I'm playing devil's advocate again. They're under fire.
We don't know.
I'm saying, like, wouldn't it be so amazing if they planted seeds and they had little La Mafias, but like original, not La Mafias, but they, little baby fruits of inspos from that band, and little Mosses and little other Salinas and Elsa Garcia.
Well, there's a lot of tribute bands, and there's a lot of people against that too. I mean,
I'm not talking about tribute bands. I'm talking about if they would actually invest in their artist, they can find an actual original artist that does that they can write original music with together, but it's inspired by that.
Yes. Yeah.
And you get your little baby fruits, and that's how you continue to expand, and continue to survive, to live. That's what it is. It's just I don't care what people say. We're a dying breed. We are a dying breed. This genre music is a dying breed.
Which is why on October 10th, there's going to be a Tejunto Festival, Conjunto en Tejano in Mission, Texas, October 10th, where there's going to be a talent show for elementary, middle school, high school, and young adults. And they are required to play one Tejano song, one Conjunto song, so they can get to know the music and be on there. There's mountain. I'm doing my part. Everybody can do I'm trying to, a little drop in the bucket. A ver que. I'm trying.
Yes.
That's what all we can do is all try.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm succeeding. I'm saying I'm trying. If you want to help me try.
Yes.
Hey, Cristina, I got a question for you. You did a song with Joseph Gonzalez,
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, so that was actually done just for fun. I follow him on social media, and he did it. And I am a big Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac lover. Stevie Nicks and I share the same birthday. So, like, that's my birthday twinnie.
Yeah, twinsy.
Did it, and I said, "Oh man, if I don't know, it's not for word, but I put something like, if I were close by, I would. Oh no, swinging by, so I can do the vocals." Like something like that. In the comment, he goes, if you're serious, let's do it. I'm going to send you. And he said it was just for fun, and we added our, his flavor into it. And that was it. O sea, I did it over here on my side. He, I sent him the audio, and he just put it together, and that was it. It was fun.
Can you sing a couple of little bits of it?
Now here you go again. I see you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. And look at the meal I made for my husband.
That was made with love, girl.
And by the way, anybody hasn't noticed, all this time she's been cooking for her husband for work. So multi-talented.
Aquí andamos, ladies.
Hey, that's how to do it, girl. You got to feed that man to make him happy.
Yes, eats a lot. Come bastante, le dije, todo lo que tú te comes me lo das a mí. What he eats, I gain.
Hey, what I have noticed of you, and it's crazy because I had told you that when we first talked, that you are a juegatona. You love to joke around.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
And it's like, man, I was telling George when we were listening to your music, I was like, man, this would be because the guys from Monterrey, La Raza de Monterrey, we'll see him in Milwaukee. they like to be the same way. And I was like, man, it would be so cool to have a barbecue and just kick it with all of them.
Yeah.
The ones
Oh
like
yeah.
Winnie Roland, that he's crazy. Like, you know what? It's because you're outspoken and no te vale. You know, you don't have hair on your tongue, like they say. You know,
Mhm.
I don't either, and so that's why. Hey, we get ourselves in trouble, but shoot, you don't pay my bills. We're gonna say that again. You don't pay my
Yeah.
bills and my
Okay,
rent.
Cristina, we see that you're getting ready to go. You told us only half an hour. You have
Oh
graced us
man.
with a whole hour.
You're good. You're
Uh,
good. Se pasa el tiempo. Se pasa el tiempo.
I know. Pues aquí en el chisme. You know, not really. You know,
Okay.
I'm so glad. I think if anybody who didn't know Cristina Salinas, I think they know you now. I am totally in love with Cristina Salinas and what she is and what you are
Trying to represent.
standing for. Yes, what you are representing. So I'm in the Cristina Salinas camp. Whoop whoop. So
Yeah.
Where do they find your
yeah.
music?
Guys, download her music. Okay, so tell us, give us where can they find your stuff? Where are you? Where do you know, where can we, what is it that you want people to know about you, and what are your parting words?
Well, know that I am a local DJ here. I also do voice, MC. I do I collaborate with a lot of artists, which is great. I do have an album out. Again, I never pushed it out, never promoted it, you know. But if they want to take a listen at it, I know they're gonna be putting me at Rudy Trevino's Tejano Gold. They're gonna air a story that I did a while. Well, when I ended up performing there, and he is gonna be airing a story about the album, how it came about this week on Tejano Gold, or actually I think it was today. I'm not sure.
It was today.
Today, but you can find
You can
it.
go back and find it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can see the performance there. It's an older, interview that I did. And again, you can find me here at the Dive on 495 in McAllen. If you're ever in the McAllen area, the Dive on 495 is located on 10th Street and 495. And then, yeah, it's just on the corner of 10th Street and 495. And then also, you can find everything else on Spotify, on YouTube, and just my Facebook. Just my Facebook, just find me there. Cristina Salinas with CRISTIN, the way you spell
CRISTINA.
CRISTINA.
Yes, Cristina.
And know that, again, if you misinterpreted the video or anything like that, I apologize. Again, I speak, sometimes super fast, and sometimes I don't make sense, but I make sense right here in my hair. So I'm just saying, los que me entendieron, they understood me. And again, just be kind to your artist as well. You don't have to go in there and say, you suck, like give them a constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And if they're brand new, give them time to season, man.
Yeah.
Okay, she's
All
frozen.
right.
I think we lost her without her Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I love that girl. She's so real.
Wow, how blessed are we? And this is all because Norma Salazar had already discovered Cristina. Are you still there?
Yeah, it's
Oh, good. We can talk to us.
Oh,
wait. I still got questions.
Go for it. We're doing this.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, we are. Norma's way. Milwaukee. That's when I saw you. And literally, it's funny. It's funny because George was like, Myra's George's cousin. So we went to the back, right, to see Elida Advantes, but I wanted to meet you. So I went up to you and I said, man, you have an awesome voice, because that's how you captivate me when she gave you that solo by yourself and you just were singing.
She didn't have to do that.
I know.
She didn't have to do that. That's another thing that I went with her on the road. She took me under her wing, and an amazing band, amazing team, an amazing woman, period. She's given herself to God, and she's, now living life. She's been on the road, and being a woman and doing it for over 30 years is not easy. managing being a wife, being a mother, being now a grandmother, now being a woman, a child of God, and so forth. It takes a lot, and people don't realize that how hard it is for us women in the Tejano industry, or even just in the music industry, period. So, if you're not on stage doing it, that's the one thing is that people go on stage and they criticize, but they're not up there doing it because they can't. They don't know. They no saben. Y la gente a veces hablan nomás por hablar. And they don't listen. Like I had a female there that is she told me te lo hocico on my video, and I was just like, I went to her page, of course, and I'm like, who is this person? I want to see who this person is. Very pretty lady, and stuff. And I used one of her profile pictures, but she used it like a Barbie, like, and I just did back on her, and the conversation, like she was being so disrespectful, like, wow. I'm like, obviously you didn't understand the video. Go listen to it again and again and again, and then go support your local artist. Like, that's it until you get it. And she was like, oh, I didn't even care to listen to the video because I don't care about your opinion. And I'm just like, if you don't care, then why'd you comment?
Right. Or why did you get on your page? Hello.
So she goes, I don't even know why this video appeared, and I'm here because I get paid to comment, and I'm just like, so that makes it even better for you. I'm like, and I told her, I told her some stuff. You can read it there, and we became friends after her.
Amen. You turned her around.
That's how God works. I go, you're too pretty. I go, P.S. You're too pretty to be so ugly. I go, don't. So she kept coming back, and I was just like, I had an opinion. You didn't. I go, you just proved my point that you didn't even listen to what I said, and you just wanted just to go along with the rest of the people and be a sheep. Like be a good role model to your children or to your siblings if you have them. And I go, you're here. You're the one that's bashing me, disrespecting me, calling me, names, telling me F you and all this stuff, saying that I'm a clown. But then I'm like, you're proving my point. The hate is coming within our own people. You're just proving more my point that we cannot prosper because the hate is coming within our own, that we have to have a Carol G that actually acknowledges us to try and put us back on the map. That's what it is. She has a whole team that, again, she doesn't have to do this, but she still did it. But I still feel that it's going to be heartbreaking for that hardworking artist, Tejano artist that actually saves their pennies, that is actually really doing it because they really love it, and then they're gonna get stiffed on an award or
so. This is an open call. This is an open call to Carol G. Carol G, if you're watching, if you're listening, anybody, send it to her. Carol G, that's fine what you did. We love you, but grab our Tejano artists and take them with you.
Yeah,
add us to your gigs.
Exactly.
Add us to your lineup.
She has enough.
Make it happen. We don't have the pull that you do. Make it happen for us.
Yeah.
You're reaching out this way, then grab us.
Pour the wine and pass it on.
That's right.
And I told you, I think I was telling you earlier, her engineer reached out to me and was like, hey, he's the engineer that worked on the song. He reached out and he was just like, hey, and I'm like, Monday. And he goes, I just saw all the drama with your comments, and he laughed at it. Like, he was like we're laughing at it because I've had a conversation with him before, an amazing engineer. He worked with Grupo Frontera and so forth. And he goes, look, I get it. He goes, I truly do get it. And he goes, I'm just really happy that I was able to collaborate and work on this song. I said, no, by all means, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Pete. I'm happy for Edgar. I'm happy for her. The only thing is, I want for our people to also embrace us too.
Yeah.
If these artists and these veterano artists would invest in the actual talent that there is so much,
amazing
talent, and reach out and write a song for somebody, put it out there, see how it does, and just invest back into your own people, because again, like the way, and I'm repeating it over, the rich are getting richer, and as Tejano artists we're struggling. We really, really are. Que digan que no, I mean, then good. If they're not struggling, then good. I know, gracias a Dios, yo no, I'm not struggling, but I'm not here trying to put myself out as a Tejano artist. I'm here trying to be the voice for those that if they have music out, this would have gone so bad for even worse for them. People would be probably saying, "Oh, cancel culture," or "cancel it." Por
Yeah.
eso muchos se quedan callados because they do have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
They have a lot to lose. They have a lot that they invested in their projects, and they cannot afford because they have a band that they have to also provide
Okay.
for.
Yeah.
They have their own home they have to provide for. They have maybe they're signed to a record label that might get shelved or something because of what they say. They have to be careful. Pero I'm an independent artist. I'm an independent person. The independent DJ. I'm self-employed. Been doing this for over 20 years. Gracias a Dios. I've been doing this for over 20 years with I'm booked till next year.
Amen.
I'm booked till next year. Mondays are my only days off sin querer. So I know what I'm talking about. And if it came out in a different way, understand that I am saying this as an artist point of view that has been doing this some time, that I feel I feel that
been
it's
there,
already
done that.
time, that it's already time for us to step it up and not let us be pushed around and get shelved and pushed to the side, because we are worthy. We have talent. We're strong and sí podemos, but it takes a village. It takes that Tejano village, the Tejano community, the Tejano pioneers to be able to have somebody else besides Selena representing us, because Selena's been doing it. She's been gone for such a long time and she's still doing it.
She's still carrying us. Yep.
Still carrying us. We need to, we need to have somebody else that's going to be able to carry us. And I've had people that tell me, Tina, you need to do it. You need to do it. I'm like, if I had the financial backing, I'm all for it. If I had the writers that say, hey, you know what? I can't say that I'm 100% a writer. I have melodies and stuff that go through my head, pero así como se me viene, se me va. And my husband bought me a voice
Well, we've got
recording.
AI for that now, Cristina. There's AI for that.
That's the beauty. That's good, and that's also bad. It's good and
Yeah.
it's bad.
Let's
because
not go there. That'll be another topic.
It's good and bad, because then that means everybody is a songwriter.
Yep.
Everybody
And
is an
everybody can
artist,
sing.
and there's not going to be no more originality. And that's the whole point of being an artist, to be original, to put out your craft out there, and to be able to actually, make people tug people's hearts with your music, whether it be good, whether it be fun, whether it be a sad, whether it be English, country, pop, rock, Japanese, whatever needs, lo que sea, o sea, it'll work. It's coming directly from the artist's heart.
And the consumers got to understand that all artists are making the ones that are starting off are making sacrifices. They probably might not eat so much getting groceries, or they're behind on their rent, or maybe they're living in their car.
I lived in my car before. Lived in my car
Nobody
before.
knows the situation. Plus, the consumers, you got to understand it. We're not just paying for an album. We have to pay for people to produce the album, to make it look pretty, to get the photo, to get the wording, to get the songs on, to type the words, to give you biography, shoots, all this stuff we were learning. And we were like, holy cats, I could paint my house. I could do this to my house. No, but I have a little wood shack. But hey, I'm good with it because that makes my husband happy. It makes you happy. It makes Gigi happy. Kelly, you rock it no matter what, because you're spinning our music, and that's a good thing. And we thank you, because I'm going to tell you, a lot of I'm going to get a hater again.
Some haterade going here.
Haterade. I'm going to drink the haterade, man. Some of the radio stations, and we're going to be honest, they have a playlist. People, you can ask for the music. Keep on asking for it. Bug the hell out of them, because the more you bug the hell, maybe they'll change. They're used to playing the song list that the owners might give them. Okay, let's be real about that. Some of the artists,
Bye, Cristina.
some of the DJs don't care, because they're like, I'm gonna play it because I really like it. I know that that's talent, but they also get in trouble. So I feel for you guys, DJs that stand up for the artists, that that it's good music. but they're not getting played. So you kind of sneak it in there. So thank you. But they do go by a playlist. They do go by
Yeah.
playlist.
I used to work for the radio stations here. I used to work for Digital. I used to do La Ley, and I used to do also Super Tejano. I would do all those. And yeah, you go by list, and it's basically that, the DJs. It's all programmed already. Everything's already programmed. You have your set list. You're just in charge to making the announcements and so forth. So I understand where it comes to that. A lot of the DJs, they really don't have a lot of control over that. So because I've already done it, and I would get in there and I would see already the set list that was coming up, and it was already programmed. All you got to do is make sure that you're making sure paying the commercials, getting the sponsors in and all that. So again, it's the radio stations that, especially the main ones, that they need to. I feel there needs to be some changes, give them, I mean, even if it's just a day out, one day out of the week, that one day out of the week, that play just all new music.
Yeah, like Monday Fun Day, when we don't know, you don't know any of these people, let's listen to them or something.
Be like, oh, you know what, today is, I don't know, make a
Wednesday.
Day like new artists Wednesdays, or new artist Thursdays, or artists you need to know, like something like that. And there's so much talent. Pick the best ones. Of course, not like it's normal that you're gonna get some things that really are not good. Again, we know that. I know all that. I'm hoping that they're smart enough to know that that's what I'm implying. That,
but that's funny though. Some of that not good stuff gets on the radio, so there's that also.
Exactly. So it's like, pero como te digo, do it. There's so many things that radio can actually do. It's just standing up for your actual artists, because again, they deserve it. They deserve it, and some of them are busting their butts and doing it. They deserve it. Give them at least one entire day. Put the brakes on the old school for a while. And like just see how it does. And if it's just that one day out of the week, that one day, it helps. It really does help. It gets them on there. It gives them also more motivation. It gives them also that constructive criticism of people. Okay, maybe the song was a little too slow. Okay, well, then my next song, you know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit more danceable. Or it was too fast and they needed to tone it down. Give them that constructive criticism. Be the people that is gonna be able to help, instead of shoving them and tucking them away. There's a lot of money invested in time. Time and money. It's worth it. Just do it. Pero I mean, it's wishful thinking. But
well, I mean, like you said, it takes a village. Maybe we all get together and just put that out there, and and make some kind of movement to make a change. It starts with us.
Yeah, it really, really does. And if, like I said, if como Elsa Garcia, she shared the post, and I didn't even know she shared the post until.
So did La Mafia, no?
Yeah, but the way I'm saying is just like, if she shared it, and for her to say bravo, you said the quiet part out loud, que varios.
Yeah.
Guess what? This has been happening already for a long time.
And she for her to say that, for her trajectory in the industry,
and say, hey, you said the quiet part out loud. That means if we're going through this, or we've been going through this now, that I feel it's a little bit easier than it was back then for them.
Yeah.
Just imagine what they went through, when women were not even
considered.
Yeah. Entered like worthy of being in the genre, or playing gigs, or so forth. Ahora, nombre, las mujeres estamos bien bárbaras. We're amazing. We're stronger than ever.
We're everywhere.
We're talented, and it for some time, Selena is a female that was very underrated, and she's been gone for what, 30 years maybe? I don't know. I mean, 30 years. And she's still, you know, bringing in the listeners, gaining new fans. What other male in Tejano is doing that? What other male is doing that?
Yeah.
Or have done it?
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Invest in your women. Invest in your women artists as well, not only just men. Hey, you know what? What was it that time where all the men had to go to war? Who held the ground? The women.
Yep.
Las mujeres, si podemos, just give us a chance.
Sí se puede.
Financial backing. Again, it's amazing that Karol G did this. Karol G, again, if you're watching, again, no disrespect. O sea, she's an artist, so I would hope she would understand where I'm coming from. She has all the love and support. She has all that love and support, and the only problem is we don't have that privilege, you know, like she does. And again, grateful that she, you know, collaborated with Pete and actually acknowledged that she wanted to get the Selena flavor, the inspo. I heard as soon as the song came out.
Yeah.
I told you, I sounded like Amor Prohibido, and I had people, it has nothing to do with Amor Prohibido.
Vocally, she tries to do a little bit of Amor Prohibido. You can tell.
But when it starts off like, if you, Amor Prohibido starts off con una salsa en lo que quiero verte hoy. Put the Karol G song and sing that first part before it goes, oh, baby. And it's almost identical. It sounds, you can mesh it up. I promise you. And
well, if you want to be real, why didn't they get mad with Jennifer Lopez?
I know they did.
She came out before they. Yeah, so I mean, she's
issues with that too. I remember because she was not Tejano, she was Puerto Rican or she's Puerto Rican. And but you know what? She played the part very well. Again, she played the part amazingly.
Yep.
You know, and that was their choice. Again, but overall, like, she still benefited off of that. She still benefited off of what our Tejano culture.
And it still got passed around the world, and they're still playing it.
That
movie. Let me ask you a different one. I'm going to go into Al Salto. Jordan.
A fun group. Wasn't expecting, you know, to ever work with anybody ever really again, to be honest, because when Jimmy passed away, se me abrieron las puertas. And then I had a lot of shows. I opened up for Solido, for Jay Perez. I was doing very well. And then COVID hit, my friend.
Oh man.
So we were locked down. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, you know what, God, this is your will. You know, if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, I'm okay. Yo le dije, I can, Lord, as long as I'm able to perform, if it's for one person or for 1 million people, I'm content. Yeah. And I've been doing it. And when it came with Asalto, I was like,
that's a true artist. That's a true artist.
Mm-hmm.
I had people there telling me, oh, she's mad because she has 56 Spotify listeners. I never push my music. I really don't. Because I didn't want to capitalize on I wanted to do the album as a tribute to Jimmy.
Yeah.
But not to take advantage of that, if that made sense. You know? Yeah. And that's why I never pushed it. You know, I really did it. Mr. Q got me that interview with the radio station. And that's why I did it, because he's like, I want you to do it. I'm like, okay, fine. When it came to Asalto, that they ended up approaching me with that. Again, I was just like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I'm like, you know what? Me cayó muy bien el muchacho. I'm going to do it. Like, you know, me cayó muy bien la banda. I heard the song. And I did it with them, and it was a fun project. And we had a really good response to that. So I'm content. If he's content, the band's content, the fans are. I'm good. I'm happy. It's all peanut butter and jelly from there.
He's also the same kind of character you are. Very outspoken to what he believes.
Yeah,
I've met Jordan many times. He's so cool. He's down to earth, man. He's really down to earth.
Yeah, super fun guy. Como te digo, I drove up to San Antonio to go do the video, and I was already running late. Again, because I worked the night before, and I had to be there by a certain time, and it's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
So salí tarde, fed my dogs, loaded my car, told my husband, I'll be back later on, si Dios quiere, en la noche. I'll see you. And took off because he had to work. So 4 hours up, did the video, like less than an hour for the video, or an hour, my part, and then just to drive back down.
Oh my God.
Another 4 hours and go straight into work.
See,
Yeah,
and that's
people
why
don't
I'm
know.
telling you guys, it takes money to make an album.
Yes.
It's not that easy. We could go to Detroit for 45 minutes and there you go. That's money that people make to make music.
Yeah.
You guys got to
Collaborate
understand, consumers. You got
If
to
Yeah.
people
understand.
collaborate with what they have, I mean, you could do a lot. Like if you know a photographer, videographer, and you know that somebody, is not investing in that person, you already have your clientele. What's one video? What is it? What is one person that you invest? Like, hey, you know what? I have this artist. We're gonna collab. I'm gonna be, taking credit for doing the video. She's gonna be, or he's gonna be in charge of singing the songs. We have a writer. We're all gonna work on this as a team. We're all gonna put in our part and put it out there and see if something happens. Everybody's always just so eager just to, hey, how much? It takes money to do a project, but if you can actually do it and collab with a person, it works amazingly.
And you might meet that person at the RGV Texas Artist Breakfast.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
See what I'm saying? See how I did that?
I already knew.
Yeah. So, Christine-
You read it perfectly fine. That's why I was like, if you have, and I was like, and you see it. That's how simple minds work.
Which it'll be what? The last Saturday of this month
29th.
on Conway, on the 29th, on
Of
Conway
August.
at the ¿cómo se llama?
Downtown Cafe.
Downtown Cafe in Mission
I don't know.
from 10 a.m. to 12. Be there.
Yes. Yes. So, Christina, we have
I got
we have
another
a question.
I don't know, Kelly. Did you have a question? Because I
Yes,
don't want to be rude.
There's a question. Actually, one of our other podcasts, a friend,
Yes?
George Vincent. He's
Okay, my
asked,
question for you, Christina. I don't know if Kelly had. Did you have a question? I can't hear you, Kelly.
There's a delay.
Okay, sorry. I'll
okay,
shut
so
up.
Christina, there's a question right there. After 20 years of being the voice behind someone else, behind Jimmy, behind Mas, when did you finally hear your own voice, like what you heard, without trying to sound like somebody else? Everybody asked about Jimmy and Mas and about awards, but they never asked about the next single. Nobody asked about the moment you stepped being the girl from Mas and became Christina.
Oh, she already talked about that.
Oh, I know, but that was a question.
You know what? Can we give a shout out to everybody that's been on here? It's been and thank you, Kelly. Kelly has been manning the station with the comments and everything. Thank you so much, Kelly, for that. Can you throw a shout out to her? I see real quick, Vicky V, George Vences, and I don't know anybody after that. Go.
It's under there. Ambrose, thank you so much. Aurelia, of course, Rennie Rowland was on as well. Mari Marquez,
DJ Mari,
Bree, one of our new artists upcoming. Yes. Roger Yanis, thank you, Roger.
Saludos. Thank you.
Of course, Miss Brenda Blanco, saludos.
Miss Brenda Blanco, who is my coordinator for the RG Texas Artist Breakfast. Be there, be square.
Yes, Mr. George and Alan Gutierrez, a person out there in the industry. We had a lot of people, guys. I'm sorry, some of the messages didn't come in, but we also have Miss Andrea Woodman. So many people tune into Miss Gigi and Norma's show, and wanting to know that.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Right. I have to do this. Shout out to my sister. She says Gigi's a songwriter too. Yes, I am, by the way. And she says Gigi has songs. She's my advocate. She's like, how come you never say that what you do? I'm like, well, you say it. So there it is.
Yes.
Thank you. I know there were so many other people on here, and Homer Garza, Stephanie, Arlene Ochoa, Ambrose P, Keith Leal. Saludos from the other podcast from Keith Leal. Let's see, Puro Pedo from San Antonio was here. Guys, you all are awesome. We love you guys. Danny Noyola from Corpus. Let's see, Dorothy. I mean, so many people. Thank you so much, Alan. He's from Monterrey.
Woo,
DJ from Monterrey. Yes. Angel. So saludos to everybody over there. Yes.
Laura Rodriguez. Hey, Laura.
Yeah, everybody that came on, guys, thank you so much. And everybody came to hear Cristina Salinas and what she was about. And I hope
Yes.
everybody,
Awesome.
and I hope everybody got to see what I have seen. When I met you, I went to the dive to go check you out and just to see what you were about. You know, sometimes you need to just feel somebody, right? Just meet them, a ver qué onda, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met you, and all I felt was like, this lady is awesome. And I hope everybody who was watching and listened to your story, you have already broken my heart. I just all kinds of emotions with you, Cristina.
I'm a roller coaster, my friend.
You just a roller coaster of emotions.
You gotta strap on when you get on the Tina coaster, man.
We didn't know we get on. It was going to be a bumpy ride.
You know, come on, all my equipment in the bag is because I worked last night, so I have all my equipment still.
Yes. And you work hard. You weren't just somebody. That's what I wanted everybody to see, that you weren't just somebody that just mouthing off. You actually have something to back it up with.
Yes,
and you're
definitely.
this amazing human being, and you weren't doing it to hurt anybody or to talk bad about anybody. You were trying to put a light on something that has not been put, or nobody wants to talk about.
It should be
And
said. And again, and it's pretty sad that we live in a world where you cannot have an opinion.
Yeah.
You can't. And last time I checked, you know, we're
still in the United States of America. Yeah, we're free to do that.
We still have freedom of speech. And again, you know, I was speaking very passionate because, again, it's I see the good, but then I'm also seeing the heartbreak, you know, at the same time. If that makes sense. I know it's okay. What are you talking about? The heartbreak when it comes to the actual artist, that is not gonna, you know, that doesn't feel worthy or doesn't feel good enough when they actually are. You know, because you cannot compete with Miss Carol G. You cannot.
And it's not that they can't be talent wise. It's not that. It's about, yes, you don't have the backup. You don't have the money. You don't have the big giant sponsorships. We don't. That's what we're lacking in Tejano.
In the music, period. In our genre music, the financial backing, people. You know, in order for something, you need to invest. Okay, the prime. This is how I felt. This is the perfect example. Let's say you go to eat at this mom and pop restaurant. It's a restaurant that has authentic, Tejano food, right? Mm-hmm. And it's been passed on from generation to generation, right? And it's just a mom and pop, right? It's very well known in the Tejano area, within the community. And then a big franchise with a lot of money comes and sits down in that restaurant because they were passing by and they were hungry and they wanted to eat, and they're like, this is so good, it's so authentic, I really love it, it's so good. And then they decide to open a restaurant almost identical right across the street from that mom and pop restaurant, and they're a very well-known franchise, very well. Who is it going to affect?
It's going to be that mom and pop shop.
Why?
Yep. And we are the mom and pop you said, we are the mom and pop shops. Which, by the way, at the RGB tab, we do also Cállate, Gigi. We help out all the mom and pop shop restaurants. Just saying.
It's a beautiful thing that they're this franchise. I'm paying homage, and I'm paying. I love the culture. I love the sound. I love the food. And then they go and do it. There's no competition.
Yeah. Well, let's be real. We'll give you an example. One person that wants to be an artist and the other one that is an artist that's really famous. They get classes for vocals. They get polished, meaning their hair gets done. They have their nails done. Their outfit good. They have people paying so that they can record. They have people that write their music that they don't have to worry, just sing it. Things like that. That person that's starting does not have that luxury, people. Does not have the luxury at all. They're starting from scratch. They work 3 jobs to get their music. The little bit of music that they have, they try to polish themselves up, get the makeup. Okay, they might not look all that, but give them time, man.
They're humans.
Give them time to shine.
Mm-hmm. Polish them. Yeah, embrace it. You know, and again, we as a people, we as the community, we need to do better for our artists, and also the artists as well. You know, we need to also take it up. We need to take it up.
Pick it up a notch. Yeah,
we really do, because again, this is what I mean. You know, put a Tejano hat on a black man and have it, and people are gonna love it. Give a Coreano an accordion, and people are gonna love it. But then you actually have your actual, you know, accordions that are actually do it, and they get passed on.
yeah,
They're passed on. So the same thing. It's like, do you have to really be so ridiculous in order? Well, obviously, right? You have to really be sometimes that ridiculous in order to turn heads. I mean, we need to go back to the basics and remember there's a lot of talent. There's mucho talento, you know. And again, people are like, le estás tirando directas that she needs auto-tune and stuff. I'm like, not necessarily, you know. What I'm talking about is there's a lot of artists out there that can sit down and they don't need the auto-tune. And I'm not talking about specifically her. There's a lot of artists out there that did it, you know, and so forth. Like Jimmy ended up, people will tell me before, I'm going to say it. Well, Jimmy used this. You want to know why he used it? The auto-tune behind that was because his grandchildren were listening to some hip hop. And I think it was either Lil Wayne or one of those hip hop bands, you know, and they had the auto-tune, the robotic thing, and he was just like, man, I like that. You know, I like that. And that he instilled that into his music. Yeah. You know, like there's a lot of things that
Yeah, we had Mike Gonzalez from the Iconics talk about that a little bit.
And I also helped them for a while, you know, when they had a tour up in Arizona stuff. I went with them for a while, and you know, I've done background vocals for Jennifer Peña. You know, I've helped Stevie D as well. You know, joined them, and there's been a lot of bands that I've always been in the back, which again, I don't mind being in you know, learning from them. You know, and I've never really pictured myself being front and center. And if it ever did happen, if it happens, great. Como te digo.
Okay, I'm going to ask you. Now I'm going to ask you another question. Kelly, do you have a question? I always see your face, girlfriend. My question, out of all the artists that you have learned something from, what's the one that shocked you the most?
One that shocked me the most.
That stuck to your head and like dang, I didn't know that.
I don't know. That's a good question. You got me there. I mean, something that I don't know. I would say because I was with Jimmy a little bit longer. That's when I found out that he was a perfectionist, but that he was there. He was there day and night at the studio, and just the way that he would write his music and so forth. You know, you got to see like a man that has 8 Grammys, you know, at work, and just seeing him, you know, even though, you know, people would throw, you know, hate towards him, he would still get up there and still push very hard to give the audience, you know, an amazing performance. You know, that's something that really stuck, and just keep going. I mean, I don't know if that really answered the question, but I mean, that's something that stayed with me very hard. Yo acá desmayándome con un pedo. And he would sometimes, you know, sick, and he would still get up there, and I was just like, wow. Like for me, I guess that's more like the wow, you know, I would say. Every band is different. Every band is different, pero como te digo, Jimmy was such a great mentor. He was that wow factor, you know, for
when I heard you say a comment, it stuck with me. that he was like a father to you.
Oh yeah.
Like, explain that. I mean, in one sense, because you had your dad. Don't get me wrong of when I say what I say. Was he not the kind of father?
No, he was not. You know, my dad, he passed away in November of 2020, 2026, 2024. And it took my dad a very, very long time, you know, to actually really want to be in my life. He was there, but he was not present. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That matter? That mean anything? And he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Ooh, wow.
And he knew about it before anything. And I will tell you this, my dad was the first man to break my heart.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody is familiar with that, but our dads, if you're a father and you have children,
Yeah.
be there for them. Especially if you have women, you have girls, be there for your daughters. Because it really does matter. It really, really does matter. And my dad was never abusive with me. He wasn't nada que ver. He just wasn't there. He was there, but he was not present ever.
No sentiste el calor de padre.
Exacto. Yeah. And my grandfather on my dad's side, he passed away when I was 2 years old. So I didn't have the love of a grandfather because even el papá de mi mom, he was not a very loving man. He was very just very strict, very,
Los demás antes.
Sí, ya, de rancho. O sea,
yeah.
Mi mamá es de Mexico, I have familia in Mexico and stuff, and I never had that father figure in my life. So my mom was my mom and my dad. Ya de viejos, they were together for 40. I'm 44, so for like 47 years they were together. Pero out of those 44 years, well, 42 because I was 42 when he passed. Out of those 42 years that I had my father in my life, I feel maybe the last 3 years, I felt more that he was trying to get closer. But that's when I guess he found out that he had cancer. He just didn't tell us.
Right.
So seeing my dad always coming and going and seeing him like this big man, seeing him vulnerable and flaquillo, but very like
sick,
fragile.
Yeah, very fragile. And seeing still the unconditional love that my mom had for him, has for him still.
Mm-hmm.
It was very heartbreaking because I'm like, why did it have to take, that long in order for him to actually start telling me I love you, and I'm proud of you and so forth. Like
at least he did though. At least he did.
Yeah. So overall, like he was the first man that broke my heart, and he was still the last. He was the last man that broke my heart because se fue para siempre. ¿Entiendes?
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, pero it does matter. It really, really does matter. If you do have a father in your life. And when I went on the road, Jimmy never had a daughter. He never had a daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He always wanted to. He tuvo todos boys, puros boys.
Oh, don't tell me you were chiche with him.
Me?
Yeah.
No, he was always chiche with me. No, he treated me very well. I always felt that he protected me a lot. Como te digo, it was different. It was just totally different with him.
He poured that love, unconditional love.
Yeah.
Unconditional love that you needed. God is so good.
He would call me whenever, if I was already like home from driving from the gigs. Cuando llegaba la comida, to our, like his room, his hotel room. The barbacoa, he will always have food everywhere. The people love to give us food. So cuando venía la barbacoa, los tamales, I was always the first to come and get it before all the guys comienzan to
especially Michael.
No, there was who would be the one that would eat the most. I don't think it was one of the guys. But I mean, they're all guys, so they always come hungry. But overall, he would always be like, "Hey, Tina, ya llegó la comida. Come get it. Come be the first one to get before I give it out to the guys." So, but no, he was such a great musical mentor. He was such a great, very humble, very funny guy. He was a huge, big teddy bear, and of course, he kept his circle, tight. Again, you can't blame a lot of musicians when they want to keep a tight circle, because if you let that wrong person in, Look at what happened with Selena. You let that one wrong person into your circle, and it's life changing. So I don't blame Mr. Q for being real life. After the fact that he lost his daughter to a person that he trusted.
Yeah,
and that's life changing. So people need to sympathize. And sympathize también with them as well when it comes to that, because at the end she was a daughter, she was a wife, she was somebody's sister, somebody's tia, and just if you're not careful, you let that one person in, you let that one snake in, and it'll change your entire life.
That's scary.
It is scary, right? It's super scary. That was supposed to be her right-handed person, that was her right-handed person, so. But when it came to Jimmy, yeah, he was a very good father figure to me, especially on the road. Me cuidaba mucho. Eso sí.
Yeah, you could tell by Michael, he surely misses him.
Of course.
I think when I heard you say it, it's like you truly miss him as well.
Oh,
Even though
yeah.
you weren't blood, you were close enough to be in blood, because how much out of your voice, it showed.
Yeah, I had a video. I found out I was asleep, and my phone was going like berserk, ringing. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, Tina, is it true? Is it true? Is it true that Jimmy passed away? And I was like, what? Like, me levanté, and I called his cell phone, and it went straight to voicemail. I was like, he's like, Jimmy G, leave a message. I'm like, no. I called again. Jimmy G, leave a message. I was like, holy shit. I was like, okay. And I remember I went live, and that video also went viral.
So you've got that tendency.
Yeah, because I'm crying because estaba again regañando a la gente, like y'all were dissing him so much, and now y'all want to be praising him and everything. I go, y'all do not know how.
Okay, we're gonna look that one up, Barbara.
No, and you know what? It went viral, and I had a lot of people telling me, "Vieja llorona, yeah, go like get yourself back in the kitchen, like real ugly stuff."
Oh my God!
I think I might have deleted it, but I went online because everybody was messaging me, Tina, this is true. And I was getting flooded, and I'm like, I called, I verified, they told me yes, and I was just like, when? They're like, it happened this day. That they rushed him to the hospital, and yeah, I was like, you know what? I went on, and I was, hey y'all, I was live, and that video went viral, and then people were being so ugly, even in death.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Just like, man, I go, por eso estamos como estamos, por gente, like, that's why we're
Estamos jodidos.
Cristina,
Jesus, we're not. Amen.
La comadre Kelly's gonna have to leave, and she's helping me out with the Trucking Out with New Rolas song that we were gonna present today. So stay with us.
Okay.
If you already left your husband at work, so I think you can stay with us.
Yes, I'm available. Yeah,
Awesome.
that was just I needed to do it.
All right. So let me just get this so that Kelly can leave, because she's helping me out with this video. So let's do it. Trucking in with New Rolas, and this goes to all the truckers. We had our fan base with the truckers that are on the road listening on Live 365. Hopefully they all found us now. We're on Sirius Tejano now on Live 365. So all you troqueros out there, they're on the road. Diosito los cuide mucho. And this one is for you guys. And it is a new song, the new release. This is one of the guys that came out in that song, and we met up with him in Vegas, and this is what he said.
Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos? Soy Max Baca de los Tex Maniacs, and you're watching Giras y Desveladas. ¡Ay, niño!
Woo! And now we're going to show their video of the homenaje. Speaking of Pete Astudillo.
From the streets of San Antone, through the door of Rolling Stone, in cantinas and honky tonks, he gave his heart, he shared his soul.
that was el homenaje to Flaco Jimenez. Thanks for the memories.
And
that
happy
was-
birthday to Chris Perez. His
happy birthday. And that was, thank you, Kelly, for doing that. If you got to leave, thank you so much for everything that you did for Giras y Desveladas. Thank you to Sirius Tejano for having us on your podcast, on your broadcast of Live 365. If you got to leave, we understand. Thank you so much. Let me just do real quick. We're going to cover the Tejano. We've got Cubo. Also, thank you to Cubo Radio. They're sharing the, we're going to share the top 20 that they've got. And here we go. Here is the top 20 from Cubo Radio. And that is number 20 is Jay Sterling with Dame Más. 19, Rick Valderrama with Albricias. 18, Angélica y Grupo Moneda with Aquí Estaré. Blaze Brothers with Reina No Eres. Jenny B with Soy Como Soy. Yacy with El Vino de Tu Boca. Miguel Hernández with Ex Medley. Gary Hobbs, ¿Acaso No Te Das Cuenta? Grupo Entrego, number 12 with Dame. La Reina, number 11 with En el Olvido. Number 10, Brenda Blanco. Saludos, Brenda Blanco. Cuando estoy junto a ti. Number 9, Mónica Saldívar with Pero Me Acuerdo de Ti. Number 8, Ricardo Castillón with Si Tú Supieras. Number 7, Jenny B with Ven, Ven, Ven. Number 6, David Lee Garza with Delante de Ti. Number 5, Jay Perez with Te Quiero Amar. Number 4, Anthony Patterson with No Digas Que No. Los Arcos Hermanos Peña with Las Cuentas Claras with also Brenda Blanco on the vocals. Number 2, Angélica y Grupo Moneda with Ojalá Que No. And number 1, Tex Latino. Oh, I know.
My babes. My
Quiero
family.
Amarte. So congratulations to all of you who made the top 20 Tejano Countdown for Cubo Radio with Lawrence Indio. And now we have the top 10 video countdown from Tejano Television. We are on the Tejano Television team. Thank you so much, Juan Mendoza Jr. and Laila Lisa Mendoza, everything that you're doing for Tejano. Guys, go on to Tejano Television, whether it's a Facebook, whether it's a Roku. By the way, that's where Giras y Desveladas is at. Check out these guys. They have, you want to see Tejano, it's there. You want to see the old stuff with Johnny Canales or Aki Rogelio, it's there. You want to see the new stuff from Arriba Capuchina, it's there. Everybody's there. Go to watch Tejano Television. It's there. Right now, they've got 3.5 million just on their Facebook page views. So just saying, go. Number 10 right now is Juan Treviño with Gracias por tu amor. Number 9 is La Calma with Esta Noche. Number 8 is AJ Castillo with Me Tienes Así. Number 7 is Los Amigos, ASG with Nunca Te Olvidaré. Number 6 is Sandy G y Los Gavilanes with Te Vi Partir. Number 5 is Anthony Patterson with Ingrata Mujer. Number 4 is Blaze Brothers with Reina No Eres. Number 3 is Stampede with A Pesar de Tu Engaño. Number 2 is Celeste Escobar, who's going to be on the show.
Yay.
More Eres Tú, and one of the newer artists. And at number 1 right now, David Lee Garza, my buddy, the one who also, everybody's buddy.
There. Yay.
David Lee Garza, Los Musicales with Delante de Ti. Thank you, David Lee Garza, for playing on Pero Eso No with Gigi Guerrero Los Chicanos, which formerly was Juan Guerrero Los Chicanos. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Juan Mendoza, for the top 10 videos. Guys, go check these out. They're on the top 10 for a reason, all right? And if you haven't heard, if you tell yourself, who is that? That is your cue to go in there and check out who that is, okay? This is your notice to go investigate and have, maybe maybe your new favorite artist is on that list. We don't know. Let's find out. Yeah.
And just a FYI, I said my honey. Well, Sevi is my honey and his wife. Sorry. That's my buddy, and everybody knows.
Calm down, guilty conscious. All right.
Hey, you know how George gets.
Tengo celos. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And like I said, and this is part of Giras y Desveladas. We're doing our part. For anybody who didn't know who Cristina Salinas was before I don't know, Cristina, you've got that certain something. You've got that something that makes things go viral. You've got that, whatever they used to say, Angel. You have that, whatever it is, Cristina, you got it. You have that disease.
No. Got that zing.
It's, you know, you got that thing that I mean, what you started blew up. I mean, and I know I am going to bet that you didn't think that little video was going to do this.
I didn't think my opinion mattered, or you know, that's what I'm like. I might get a little. I put right there. I might get a little backlash.
Yeah, a little mucho. But it was a good thing. It's a good thing because it opened up to a talk that needs to be talked about. The elephant in the room. And a lot of people don't know it because a lot of people don't go out there. But a lot of the artists that I'm going to say it, but a lot of the artists that you see only camera views of the stage is because there's nobody in the audience. And that's the hard, sad fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get off of that one. Let me ask you a question.
Can I say bye to you guys? I don't want to interrupt you guys.
Bye, Kelly D.
And Cristina,
love you. Go check out the Kelly D show on Sirius Tejano.
And Cristina, thank you so much. You're just an amazing artist. So bye.
Who would you collaborate?
Thank you so much. Fun to meet you all. We'll meet you and have a safe afternoon.
We'll see you sometime soon in the RGV.
Who would you love to collaborate
at the RGV Texas Artist Breakfast, August 29th,
or past tense?
Conway. I'm sorry, Norma. Sorry, Norma. We were chit-chatting.
No, that's all right.
Who
would you collaborate in the now or then? If you could.
Like any artist or
English, Spanish, in the region of Mexico, don't matter. Who would
Carol G, hello.
No. Come on. She has somebody she admires.
Why not?
Admires. Yeah, no.
She admires Carol G.
I really, you know what? I really do admire any female artist that is out there that is even doing, like, she's working hard. Like, I'm not saying like this again, it has no hate against her, period. It has nothing. Right. It's the passion that, you know what, it's like, why does it have to take somebody like her in order for you all to acknowledge us? Because she acknowledged us. O sea, if she can acknowledge us, what is wrong with us? You know? To be honest, man, I would have loved to do something with Rocío Dúrcal. I really, really do. I mean, well,
Shaila's still around. Shaila's still around, no? Shaila's still around. Maybe you could do something. Shaila's still around.
I mean, but I can't,
like, the song that you were singing right now.
Oh,
what was that song?
Conocerte y tenerte unos meses, aunque esos meses fueron. I am laying down. El principio y el fin. There. De un amor tan bonito, aunque no me quisiste. But I really did love you, and now I have to leave.
There you go. It's gonna be your version of that song, Spanglish style. Do it, Cristina.
If it would be a Tejano, anybody from Tejano. I mean, Elida, Elsa Garcia. Believe it or not, I mean, Elida retired. I got the pleasure to actually like work with Elida, which is something else I can scratch off my list. I actually, was also on the same stage with Elsa and Elida, so that's double check.
Yeah.
But if
you're cutting off a little bit.
I'm gonna go back. It's because let me put the Wi-Fi. It's gonna knock me out. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2.
She froze. She should come on. She said she's got to put the Wi-Fi.
There goes. Pioneers, Laura Canales, Elsa Garcia, Elida, any of them. Of course, if Selena were still here, of course, Selena. I would say in country, I'm a big fan of every type, because again, I'm a DJ. I play everything. I don't discriminate against music. I don't. I want people to know that. I'm a lover of music. It doesn't matter. Anybody can do anything. But When it goes down to country, I would say, man, Martina McBride, Jody Messina, Dolly Parton, of course, right? Because it's Dolly, Patsy Cline, you know, those, you know. If we go into reggaeton, you know, and stuff like that, Becky G, pues Karol G, you know, they're the top. If we go into rock, like rockero, like rock metal, alternative rock and all that stuff, I would say Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Oh, cállate, shut up.
Oh, can you see into my eyes? I go open doors. Like, I love that she's classically trained, you know, her voice, all this stuff. We're gonna go into
How about Amy Winehouse?
oh yeah, they try to make me go to rehab. I said no.
No.
There's so many. There's just so many right now, especially country right now. We got like Ella, we got Lainey Wilson. You know, they're beautiful girls that, you know, they have an amazing talent.
Okay, so the other question I have for you, because we know you like a lot of music, I could tell now.
Yeah.
You're not a DJ just for nothing. You are a DJ, man. And hey, if you guys get a fishbowl and she says tip, or tip her. She's playing you guys' music. What did you want to really be when you grew up? I know, was it music all the time, or did you want to be something else? What was your
music was always like in my heart. Always, like always, right? But if I would be able to do anything else, it would be veterinarian. I love animals.
Oh, really? Animals?
Oh, she's got 5 dogs.
I have 5 dogs. I have 5 dogs, 2 cats, and I feed about 10 to 15 stray cats outside.
Get the cat away from me.
I used to train dogs as well. Like, I used to be a dog trainer. I did a little bit of everything, you know. And that job was the pay was not all that great, but I did it because, hey, like, animals are very therapeutic.
Yes.
You can learn a lot
It's love. It's unconditional love.
You can learn a lot from animals, definitely.
Yes.
So, but if it wouldn't be
If they go, I always say that when my dog va de pata de perro, it's okay because he's a perro. When my man goes de pata de perro, then that's a problem.
But yeah, it would be anything working with animals, veterinarian, because you know what, people, I prefer, to be honest, I prefer animals more than people.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not good.
No, they love you unconditionally.
My sister's like that too.
Hey, they welcome you when you get home.
If I meet a person and that doesn't like animals, I don't like them.
Don't jive.
Okay, I don't like cats. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to them highly.
You have no, but you still like animals, right? The reason why is because you're highly allergic. You have a very, very valid reason, you know. I'm gonna be like, no. I have one of my friends. She's like, "Hey, girl, I'm allergic to dogs, but I like them." And I'm like, "Hey, girl, like you're fine. Like you're allergic." But if you honestly like are mean to them, if you're not empathetic, si te vale.
Yeah.
Then you know what? That's how it starts. That's how serial killers start, like by mistreating animals. I'm serious.
Yes,
I'm a huge advocate for animals down here. I really am. Yeah. So if you're mean to an animal, like porque no más,
you can't be friends.
No, like you're a future serial killer, like for real. Like you're not empathetic to animals, then I can't trust you around being around me. Because animals, we're placed on this earth to take care of this earth, to take care of ourselves, and to take care of God's animals. Aww. So, like, you know, I don't have children, but I have five 3-year-old
fur children.
3-year-old toddlers, because they have a 3-year-old brain.
How cute.
So, but yeah,
I have a fur grandbaby.
It matters. Oh yes, they're more expensive than actual children nowadays. At least you all can tell your children, "Hey, ve y recoge tu mugrero." You can't do that. You have to pick up after them. At least, you know, eventually they grow up and they're able to help you. They're able to work. They're able to give you, you know, help you. No, estos animalitos, no. They just sit there and wait for you. I'm serious.
Yes. I have a question for you, Cristina. I don't know if you covered it already because I've been so
You're good.
bombarded with thoughts. My brain's been going overtime. But where did you get the singing from? Was it your mom, your dad, your tia, your tío, abuelo, abuela? You don't know?
There's nobody musically inclined in my family but myself. The music, it came. I did have una tia from my mom's side that she loved to sing. But again, like
But that is natural. Lo que tienes tú viene de la sangre. You cannot fake that. You cannot study that. You cannot.
Well, rumor from my mom's side. My mom is Campos Tovar, and my mom used to also be like in the Matamoros area and stuff. And
so you're Rigo Tovar's daughter.
No, the rumor is
starting rumors.
Rumor is again through family. They've said that we are. Yeah, my mom is prima de Rigo Tovar.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, but again, I don't have like
it's in there. It's maybe not maybe you're third or fourth generation, but that's what I'm hearing from you, the little bits and pieces, those little smidgens of what you've been doing. You can't study that. You can't teach somebody that. You either have it or you don't have it, and that's it. There's no in between. Just saying. So that's why I was curious to find out where that's coming from. Now,
I've always loved it. Every type of genre, like there you go. Like I can go from Tejano to mariachi to country to rock. I can rap. I do a little bit of everything. Porque pues I used to work at Grand Central Station. I don't know if anybody is familiar.
I knew it. I used to work at Grand Central Station. Did you used to do karaoke there? I used
to be one of the DJs and entertainers there. And I was the girl that you all would call whenever there was Tejano or bands that at Grants. I would do the reservations for a lot of the people. I remember there was a battle of the bands against Jaime de Anda and Albert Zamora. It was a battle of the accordions.
Oh, yeah.
And I had so many people calling because they were going to go up there and pues, o sea, you have Albert Zamora and then you have Jaime de Anda like doing all this stuff, like I'm serious. And it was so super exciting. And I had a whole bunch of people. I also did this is how long back, when it was Shelly Lares, Eli La Reina, and Stephanie Montiel, they do the three divas tour or something like that.
Yeah.
That I was already working there at Grand doing the reservations, and I told Eli that I'm like, I remember that I went to the back because I was in charge of making sure that the artists were okay. Did they need any beer? Did they need a tequila shot or whatever? And I remember going to the back, and I remember being starstruck because again, I'm a huge, fan of their music, and they were doing their warm-ups, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm just like, wow, you have the three divas there, and I remember like, sorry to interrupt, but do you all need anything? Y'all want some tequila shots? Like, and then they bring us like a little bit, like I think they did like a tequila round shot or whatever. And then they came out on stage, and I'm just there, like admiring them. Like they were probably way younger than I was at that time. At ahorita, like they're maybe in their 30s or maybe I don't know, maybe in their 30s. I don't know. And beautiful as always. And I was just like, wow. I was like, that would be so amazing to be on stage with them one day. Fast forward to 2026, and then I'm like on the road with Miss Elida, and I'm just like.
Wow.
So I used to do all this stuff like since Grams. Like that's how
I know
long I've been doing.
I was like, you have that familiarity. So you meet people all the time, and some people you feel like I already know this person, but I don't know you, but pero.
You click, it's the vibe. You have to get ¿cómo se dice? La fucking vibra. That's what it is. Like the vibe.
La sangre te llama. We're somehow, algo. The vibe is there. But Listen, I'm going to try to show something now that Kelly's gone. Wish us all luck because this is the technical difficulty show. So I'm going to try to show something.
It's a good jingle.
It is our jingle. It's
Trust
our
me.
jingle.
Yeah. Is it really?
It's a thing. It's a thing. Sadly,
We've
it's
done a show about it too.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to try to get it. Let's see if I got it.
Oh shoot.
Ooh.
A mi lado.
Who that? Who that?
Contra indiferencia. Tus ojos ni siquiera voltearon hacia mí. Te vi sin que me vieras. Hablé sin que me oyeras y toda mi amargura se ahogó dentro de mí. Me duele hasta la vida pensar que me olvidaste, saber de mi desprecio merezca yo de ti. Y sin embargo sigues unido a mi existencia. Y si vivo 100 años, 100 años pienso en ti. Me duele hasta la vida pensar que me olvidaste, saber de mi desprecio merezca yo de ti. Y sin embargo sigues unido a mi existencia. Y si vivo 100 años, 100 años, pienso en ti.
Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, saludos to Roger León Peña, who was on the guitar.
Roger, ¿qué onda, Roger?
That was amazing.
Now you understand why what I was hearing. I was hearing the vocals and ranges, and see, people, I get attracted to that kind of music. And when I know it's good and it's natural in its rare form, man, I'm always gonna put it out there, because those are hard ranges, and especially that vibrato that goes in there. You just don't get
and
it.
That's
like
what
that.
I'm talking about. No, that you can't.
That was live.
That's right. It's no AI, girl. It's no AI. I'm sorry.
We were before he was out and about, like in Spain and all that stuff. We would try to get together as much as possible and do as many. I would go live on my Facebook, and then I would tell people, hey, like, what do you want to hear from us and so forth. So somebody ended up requesting that song, and that was actually from a live that we did. So again, that was it was raw. It was just connected to my phone, connect the mic to the iRig, connect him up, and then that was it. I had somebody comment on there, you're making no expression, and I was just like, I'm not gonna respond.
No,
I'm tired of. I'm exhausted. It's like, so.
Yeah. Just let it slide.
He wasn't entitled to his own opinion, and there was another guy. That man, he's like, no, you didn't do it right or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for your feedback. So I would suggest for you to.
Thank you for commenting. Bye.
Yeah, I told them no. I was being honest. I told them, okay, you know what? I said, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I said, so what I go, why don't you upload the video, how it's supposed to be sung, and I'll learn from you. Crickets. Like, he didn't respond back. So I mean, I told him, I said, and I was being honest. I'm like, hey, you know what? He obviously has, every right to to his opinion, of course. So I told him again, thank you for the feedback. So please upload a video of you doing it the way the way you feel I should do it. So I could learn from that. Didn't happen. Still waiting for that video, sir.
Still waiting. No, but you're amazing, and I hope that anybody that had a different opinion of you or no opinion of you now have more information to go on who this person was that made such a frenzy to the point where international podcasters are commenting because the people from the mafia were commenting because you said something. So, that's already amazing in itself. But I do feel in my heart that you were misunderstood, and if anybody wants to really know who the real Cristina is and what your heart was behind your comments, I hope that has come through today, because I think you're an amazing artist, an amazing human being, a survivor that just blew me out of the water with what you said. And
that's just myth, my friend. People tell me you need to write a book, because a lot of the times the stories that I'm telling it just doesn't seem like it's real, but it's real.
But it's real. What I don't know, story time on TikTok, and you're gonna blow up. Obviously, you have that thing, Cristina, where you blow up.
I can see ghosts. How about that?
My sister can't too.
I'm serious. I promise you. Our home, the home that I grew up in, a girl was murdered there. And the girl would come out, like, pobrecita la muchacha, el espíritu se salía, and she would relive. She would relive. You could hear the door, because she was, people might know, they live in the RGV. This was a murder that happened in the 1970s. And the girl, she was a McAllen High School student. She was, very well known there. And I would see her without knowing who it was. I described her, like, I'm like, oh, there's a girl that's there, that she would follow me a lot. Anybody that worked at Grants with me that used to sing with me, they would be like, hey, who's that girl on stage? And we're like, what girl? And it was her.
So she would follow you también?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and my husband just started knowing this about me, because we went to, like, he likes to spoil me and take me to, like, these nice, like, nice restaurants, because he likes that aesthetic where he's like, I want to be able to try it, we can do it, we can afford it, let's just go and treat ourselves. We work every single day anyway. So I remember we walked in and I was like, the stairs. And he's like, what? I go, I'm getting this heavy chestnut, some heavy feeling in my chest. I go, this place is haunted. And I can guarantee you that if I ask the people, they go, it's this, the stairs is the one that has the most activity. And he was like, ma'am, you quickly, like, told the waitress. And I'm like, don't tell him, because there's people that can't handle that. There's people that are going to be like, crazy.
I'm leaving. I'm not working anymore.
They don't want to. But our waitress, she was like, so, like, she goes, yes. She goes, we always see. And I go, it's a lady. And she was like, she was just freaking out. And that was just one of the stories that week.
Okay, so you're a DJ, artist, vocalist, ghost hunter. I'm not a Ghostbuster.
I'm not a hunter of ghosts. I promise. The ghosts come to me.
Wow.
That's so gift. You have that. You are something special. You are something special. That is why you blew up, and you've blown up before. So there's something about you.
No. Hey, that's why we connected, Cristina, because that vibe, man. Telling you. It's so cool.
I didn't know that you could read the comments here. I'm like, sorry.
Where have you been?
We've been watching them all night.
TDK.
I do remember.
Look, I'm going to say this, TDK, you said, I've danced with all the ladies on the panel. I don't know how to dance, so you have not danced with me.
I remember.
I got nervous to dance with him, and I don't get nervous.
We ate at a restaurant with everybody, but I didn't dance because I don't dance, because I don't know how to dance. So,
she don't dance. Oh, that's a good song. No, I'm talking about the star. Oh, the star in the video. Oh, the story. I used to work at Eddie's Tavern, the billiards here. I was an employee with them for 20 years. Like,
wow.
I'm adding 4 years, like 16 years. I was working there, and that start, it was given to me by the manager from that Eddie's, because they were remodeling, and he told me, he goes, "Hey Tina, I want to give you a star for a star," and I hung it up, So that's where that star is from, Eddie's Tavern in Nolana, the village is there. My boss, John Ramirez, amazing boss. I'm so blessed to have venues that love, value, and respect me, and I love and value and respect them. I've been very blessed. So
but because you're good at what you do. I was there. You read the crowd, and you're like, I remember there was like 50 people signed up for karaoke. And you just worked it. You're like, we're gonna.
It was a slow night, my friend.
That was a slow night. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a slow night.
Was crazy.
And yeah, we built, me and the other DJ Rolled Out, we've in the bands. So we got the Dirty Birdies that are amazing. We also got Alex and the Chasers. So anybody that's in the Valley that wants to do live band karaoke, and you want to try sing with a band, but you don't have the privilege to have a band, come on out to the Dive. We're the only place that's dedicated to doing karaoke 7 nights a week here in
that's cool.
And the sound, they have a good sound. I try to.
I'm gonna go practice over there for the
Victoria.
I have a lot of people
For the
that
Victoria.
go and they use the stage. They use karaoke. I know a lot of people like, karaoke singers. Hey, don't ever knock on that, because if you don't have a band. And you have those videos, it helps you keep your voice conditioned.
I did it live earlier before we came on, because I was in my dad's band for over 30 years. I'm in the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. So now all of a sudden, as my brother and my dad passed away, I've got a tracks. I've got tracks. I've never was a track artist. I don't know what that's about. And so it's really eye-opening how disrespectful people can be to track artists, for one, And it's just so different. I found out that there's people that are only track artists and don't know how to sing with a band. And that's weird too, and there's just a little bit of everything. But that's good to know though. That's good to know.
Yeah. And again, anybody that wants to go, just try it out. You're already making that first step to getting in front of people, and opening yourself up to that criticism. Again, if you're going to be doing this, you have to have a thick skin. You really, really, I was like, this is like a perfect social experiment. Perfect social. Yeah. And I told some people, you actually, you know what? Thank you for proving my point. You failed the social experiment. You're part of the problem. So let's fix it, And I know somebody else was telling, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I was hearing. I was just like, but again, you have to have a super duper thick skin for this stuff if you really
or not give a crap. And I think you really, especially if you go into this industry, you need to know who you are, what you're doing, and what you're about, so that no one phases you, because people will try to tear you down and knock you down and talk shiznits about you, and you just gotta just
let it slide off. You are olive oil, my love. Olive extra virgin organic.
That's right.
Olive oil.
Woo, the expensive thing.
Yes, and you
not
just
the Walmart. Well, it's not the Walmart's not bad.
No, you got it from Sprouts. From Sprouts.
The Sprouts olive oil.
Yes. The one that's shipped all the way from the actual what is
Italy
it? All that. That's who you are. And you just let people are ugly and cruel, but that says more about them than you.
Yes, and that's what I've known and realized, that people have their own issues and their own hate towards themselves, and they just spew it out. It looks like it's about you. It kind of seems like it's towards you, but I think it's their own hate for themselves and their own disappointment in themselves that they broadcast to other humans, and that's what I think.
Shaka, Christy.
Okay, I've got so many people still on here, Christina. I tell you,
I don't know how long
this is what we're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do.
I don't go until 8, my friend. I don't go until 8.
Okay, so on your days off, before you go to work, you're gonna be on TikTok and you're gonna be doing your little story times. You're going to talk about your ghosts. You're going to talk about your experience with Jimmy. You're going to talk about your experience on the Giras y Desveladas podcast. That was cool. And anything else that you've got. I think the people would be listening. You already capture them. There's something about you, ma'am, that captures people's attention.
I appreciate that.
I said it. That's it.
You made me.
Orlando.
No, you know what? I told my husband, I'm like, babe, I have a podcast. He goes, at what time? At 2? He's like, you know that it's already going to be 8 o'clock in the morning? I was like, and I had work at 3, and I was like, yeah, you know what? But it works perfect because the title of the show is just perfectly that.
Giras y Desveladas.
And so
that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. And again, anybody that has message or any podcasters, radio stations, Tejano pages that have either apologized or given me a platform to speak about this issue, it is an issue. It is an issue that nobody wants to talk about. And I appreciate it. And those that did not know who I was and they got the wrong impression of me, sorry, no, don't be sorry for who you are. No, I'm not apologizing for being sorry for who I am. Sorry that they did not understand. Sorry, I mean, I can only say it so many times that I can only repeat it so many times, but I cannot make you understand. No. People that already made up their mind. They're already closed. Like they're not gonna listen. I'm telling you, I made friends with some of those people that were being disrespectful to me, and they're like, you know what, you're right. Like you have your entitled to your own opinion, so and so, and I'm like, you know what, I respect that. I respect that, and I respect your friendship, and that's it. Like, and it's I gained a few followers, I gained a few haters. It's all good because
the way life is.
Yeah, that's part of life.
I've been through it.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna have to cut this already, guys, because we could be here for another 8 hours. I can feel it in my bones.
If anybody needs by Madam Chloe, by Madam Tina, I could tell you. Don't go back to that person. Don't answer that phone. You're worth more. That
one was for me.
You see? No. Somebody in the chat. You really want me to say it?
Say it.
Yeah, say it. Is it a spirit?
Let her. Shh.
Ya te la estoy mamando right there. I just I love how everybody's like.
Everybody's
you
like,
see what I'm saying? See, I'd be like on your TikTok, be like, oh my god! If you want to hear more, click to the next one. I'm like clicking,
and I'm still like.
Oh my god!
I was just kidding with that one. I was just kidding.
I was like, she's gonna talk about my shit. Oh no, I can feel it.
I remember, like I'm a jokester. I really like to joke.
I love that, man.
I'm when you go to my karaoke shows and my shows or whatever, not only do you get entertained, you also get a comedian.
Yeah. It's all over entertainment, well-rounded entertainment.
And if you haven't seen her, she does dress up in a costume.
Yes, I was like, so I'm there singing. In a costume. I saw costume to be.
That was funny. I saw it. I was like, but even with the costume on, the vocals are on point and it's amazing. So you're like, I don't care if it's a little baby shark. She's singing awesome. Baby shark is killing it.
I dressed up as a T-Rex, and I went to the office from the dive where I was at, and I ran out just through the crowd in the T-Rex costume. They thought it was a guy. So I was like, just and they were like, oh, you're a female. I'm like, yeah, I'm
a female T-Rex.
It's pretty fun. You have to joke around, do something different, because I always think that clubs and bars are just adult daycares for like instead of being like daycare, like children daycare, like you go leave your kids. These are not talking about adult daycare like the seniors provide. Like this is an adult
yes,
people with issues that want to come deshogarse and get entertained.
Yeah, and then take care of them when done.
Yeah.
Hey, stay in the gates.
Make sure to get yourself a Lyft or an Uber, because if I see you on busted.com or the obituaries, I'm going to say I told you so.
and be like, and I talk to ghosts, so I will tell you I told you so. If you
Then are you gonna be telling me, Tina? Oh, los hijos igual.
hilarious. Oh my God.
Get yourself. It's gonna be less
Hassle.
less
Less
hassle.
ticket.
Exactly. I don't want to see them in the obituaries or in blessed. That's it. I did.
All right, yeah, mira, yo me acuerdo que con mi tía íbamos de visita and we'd have to take an hour at the door saying goodbye and another hour at the car saying goodbye.
So this is it.
You have gained a new fan from me. I had never heard of Cristina Salinas. I told you for the first time I talked to you, I had never heard of you, but that doesn't mean anything because I was teaching Baby Shark. I was in pre-K. So I am so glad I got to meet you. I'm so glad I know what the person that you are. I'm so happy for what you're doing. I back you up in whatever you're doing. Mi podcast is su podcast. You got something else to say. You got something coming out. You've got it, whatever. This is your place to do it. All right. This is where you come to do that.
I have one thing to say. Se lo lavan.
Today.
Yeah, you're like
Sunday. It's Sunday, Cristina. It's Sunday.
That's right. So tomorrow's Monday. So today is shopping.
Today se lo lavan.
Today every day.
Oh my goodness. Today's a special day, Sunday.
Sunday. Te lo lavan.
All right, Norma, any parting words, ma'am?
Yes, it was a pleasure, man. I'm glad that we had this conversation. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yes.
Very.
Man, and you know what? Thank you for speaking out on the
Things
past.
that needed to be said.
Yeah, for the younger women or any woman that has been in that situation, please reach out to a caseworker, a social worker, anything, because sometimes what we have in us, it has to be released so we can be free.
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, thank you, Elida, for bringing her, because I loved her vocals and I still love her vocals, mad vocals. She saw something in you. That's why she put you out there. Okay.
We all see something in you. Obviously, that's why you make turmoil.
that premenopause, you know. I'm serious. Sometimes I'd be like, and then sometimes I'd be like, and then sometimes I'd be like, yeah.
So go on her Facebook, guys. Literally go on her Facebook. Know her. She's at the RGV in the Valle. Can't go wrong. We got the best people coming out of there.
Yes, I hit 10,000 followers just this week when I was just like, not.
Whoa!
Nice. Like again, I'm not much for like trying to, but I appreciate people that actually are supporting because they really want to support. It really does. It really does matter to that.
I got a lot. There's a lot of on the Facebook, on my Facebook. You can always get on my Facebook. Doesn't matter, people. But you have Teacup Rose, Tejano H, George. They would love to do an interview with you. That's that I'm passing. This is how you share to care. You're sharing.
Yes. Press that share button. No cuesta nada. No les cuesta nada. You see something you like, then it should other people want to enjoy. Click the share button.
I gotta say a shout out to my mama, Janie Canales.
Janie Canales, hermana de Johnny Canales in the house. Everybody who came in, we're not going to take another hour, guys. Pardon me.
Yeah, I know.
That means there has to be a part 2.
There has to be.
There could be. There definitely could be. Definitely.
Has to be.
Yeah. So, any parting words, Cristina?
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. Thank you so much for lavándosela. I know. That understood the video, and if you didn't understand then, I hope you understand now. And always don't sleep on your people as well. You know, thank you, Carol G, Pete, Edgar, you know, Artemio, though everybody that worked on that song, you know, to bring, you know, to a little spotlight on it. And if my little opinion, my video caused a lot of controversy, hey, the overall, I hope that, again, stop with the hate. I know that when I said the video, I was saying it be like como que si estaba enojada. It's frustration.
There's
It's
frustration.
passion that comes that I've seen, so many artists working hard and you all sleep on them. Don't do that. Invest in your people. If you invest, we'll be able to grow and again, bring another A-lister out. If there's anybody there that is looking to invest in an artist, find them and water them and watch it grow. And it's time to be one another and just be kind. And any artist that is struggling and so forth, that they feel like they want to give up, just keep going. You never know. Like,
Don't listen to the
las
haters.
puertas se te pueden abrir sin querer. And just keep going. Don't give up. And I know sometimes it's so discouraging. I know for a fact it's discouraging. You gain weight, you're too fat. You lose weight, you're too skinny. You
Tienes nalga or you don't have nalga.
want to be able to satisfy the audience, just keep pushing it.
Yeah.
The right people will surround you. Let God do his work. Let God do his work for you and just keep going.
Very true. Very true.
Well, thank you so much for being on Giras y Desveladas podcast. Our podcast is two podcasts for everybody and all artists to come on here. We are doing our little part to promote everybody on here. That's we're just putting a drop in the bucket. We're just doing our part. We're not trying to be better than anybody else. We're not trying to have more views or more this or more. No, we're just trying to get the artists out there. If we get more likes and more views so that more people can see the artist, then que bueno. That's what we're trying to do. Thank you to Tejano Television, Juan Mendoza Jr., Laila Lisa Mendoza. Thank you for Joe and Sirius Tejano, Kelly D helping us out here on the show. Thank you, Norma, because we work all week long. We work, just like you. We don't have a day. I don't have a day off. I'm not even a Monday. All days are work. So thank you, Norma. I don't have grandma duties like Norma does and stuff, and wife duties like Norma does. So good. Yeah. So thank you so much.
I need to say something. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you, Gigi, for you too. We work together as a team. So let me put this out there. Christy. Woohoo. Gotta look out for that girl. I want to tell you guys that this week is the Milwaukee Fest. Milwaukee Fest is coming up, and it's going to be Jay, Raza de Monterrey, La Nutirasta, or something like that. Grupo, something like that. Santiago and the Nutiristas, or something like that. Rio Band, Grupo Rio, with Rolly Martinez. A bunch of bands are going to be in Milwaukee. You've already been there, Christy? You know how big it gets?
It was amazing. It was so pretty. I had such a
People
great time.
don't realize how many people are out there. There's a lot. 5 states come in. Maybe more than 5 states, because people from Texas come in too. Also, in September, we have 2 bands coming. Secretos coming in. Yay! And La Mafia is going to be in Grand Haven. So that is something exciting for Michigan. We'll pay some money to go see these things. Okay? So it goes for you guys. Support these people, man. They work hard to put that music out. They work hard to give you what you guys want. Buy their merch. If it's something simple, it's a t-shirt, you're buying something. If it's a CD and you say, oh, because I've heard it, oh, the CD, I don't have a CD in my car. Well, buy it so you could see the picture in your office. You got those slots that put it in the dang computers. Something. If it's just a piece of merch, a glass that has a logo, a pen, koozie, yeah, whatever. Support them, help them out, because they're building that rapport with you, but also trying to get their albums out, to get to pay for that music, man. We do pay people. But I want to tell you that it was a pleasure. Elida, like again, Gotta thank you because, man, I love this girl. She's awesome. Awesome. So that's all I gotta say, people.
Awesome.
Thank you for the
Thank you so
prayers
much.
over us. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you. Saludos to DJ Ray out there, the New Beer Depot. I was out there Thursday. We did jam with the Grupo de Devoción. That was awesome. TDK, always thank you for coming on. Always. That's it.
Orlando.
That's it. Yeah, córtenle. Love you guys. Love you guys.
you.
Thank you,
Love you
everybody. We
guys.
appreciate and love
Oh, wait, who's
everybody.
gonna be next week? Hello.
Norma, come on. There's too much going
I
on
don't
right
have
now.
my-
I don't know.
I
Or
have
I'll
my
check
calendar.
it. Do you have your calendar? I have no idea. But it'll be good. I promise you it'll be good. And we will have the new top 20 for the week. We will have the new top 10 videos for the week. And we will have our new Trucking On with New Rolas for the week as well. So again, thank you everybody for coming in. Norma, are you really
I know who it is.
Who
Rick
is it?
Valdemar.
Rick Valderrama, sis.
Yeah,
Yes.
Valderrama. Sorry.
All right. So then Rick, send me
That's
a pic
okay.
so we can do the flyer. Guys, thank you so much for being on
I
here.
sent it to you. I sent it to you.
What, the picture?
His music.
No, I sent the picture for the flyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know, TDK. Not a lot of technical difficulty show. Not so much today. I don't know what happened. It's draw. Maybe it's because we got the ghost hunter here.
Por eso, mira, pues, why not?
You make sure my show is good.
Oh, man.
All right,
We
guys.
love you guys.
For real. We're leaving now. For real. Love you guys.
Peace out.
Everybody,
Have
awesome.
a blessed night, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
La luz del troque aluzaba el camino, era de noche y estaba llovido. Qué noche tan fría. Y el motor iba acelerado haciendo ritmo con el radio. Ya vamos llegando. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar sin fin. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar. Una muchacha que estaba en el parado se me acercó, quería que me la llevara. Casi era una niña. Oiga, mesera, sirva café caliente y no se tarde, que mi troca me espera pa' seguir la corriente. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar sin fin. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar. La luz del troque aluzaba el camino, era de noche y estaba llovido. Qué noche tan fría. Y el motor que iba acelerado hacía ritmo con el radio. Ya vamos llegando. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar